Welcome, everybody, to the Journeymen Lounge podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 and losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah.
And we're back. Journeymen Lounge podcast coming at you on a beautiful Thursday night. We are just chilling back at the Woj Dojo. Bobby had on the
Wojo.
right, Ryan over here in the middle. We had a nice little reprieve to get out there. You have a very comfortable couch.
It took an away game over in Lake Zurich.
So it's good stuff. But we're back, and we're kind of, we're done. I got the countdown going in my head.
We do. It's getting close.
Numero D was it 100? Ciento?
Cien. I got it.
I have no idea. I probably should have
I
researched.
only got up to 10.
No, it's Cien. Yeah, you got it.
Cien? Okay. Let's see what 100 holds for us. But before we get to 100, I want to talk about Ryan's been golfing like a maniac. Another round. How'd it go?
I mean, I'm a maniac. I'm trying to go like once a week. I don't know if that's a maniac.
It's a maniac when you're doing it consistently.
I wish I could
If
go
you were
more.
like 1 week here, 3 weeks here.
I mean, I wish I could go more. It's just expensive.
I went a lot last year,
I was
but
going to say, pot calling the kettle.
I was essentially unemployed.
Well,
so
I went
it's a
lot-
little bit of a different
and I
situation.
went a lot with you. It was awesome.
But I'm just saying, in general, like if you work a job type hours, if you're unemployed and you're golfing 3 times a week, it's kind of like, hey, that's great, but no money coming in, money going out, type of deal. So I'm glad that I was able to do it. But in general, like unemployed golf is like just a different breed. It's in a different category.
It's a different breed.
It really is.
Well,
The taxpayers are paying you to go shoot 18.
You gotta get out of the house, so you gotta go golfing.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm not. Hey, American.
No, I loved every minute of it. But again, golfing consistently, like
it's a beautiful
now,
thing.
honestly, just to steal the floor for a second, like my golfing, like consistency is just, it's really all over the place. I think next year I'll be a little bit more consistent and maybe like June and July actually going.
I didn't think you were
stuff.
that inconsistent.
I mean, dude, I can count under 10 rounds for the year, and it's, in my time frame for the year, it's almost over. So we got your bachelor party, and then in September I'm trying to go with my brother and Somong, but realistically it's like, what are you gonna do? Like,
it's whenever the weather stops being
there
nice.
is
Right, no, Woj is weird. The moment it hits below 60 once,
No,
he's done.
no, it's not even. He's like the calendar turned to October.
calendar.
It's like I'm done.
I do not golf.
What if it was 80 degrees in October? You're not gonna go golfing?
No, I shut
What
it
are you
down.
nuts?
Fine, whatever.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
No, I have
whatever.
a problem with that. I don't like it.
All right.
Intervention.
Intervention
I
on
want to
like
intervene on your you
golf
can't read.
season.
Intervention. Great. Let's put that in it.
So I went yesterday
go ahead,
to
hit us with it.
Eaglewood.
Eaglewood.
Got a good deal. It was like $36, like just under.
No, yeah,
37.
it's a very affordable course.
Hot
Hot
deal.
as shit. Yeah.
Mostly a hot deal on the golf now, but it was warm a little bit. Got paired up with this one guy who was a golf teacher at Maine South.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
Shout out.
I gotta say though, for being a golf teacher, I thought he wasn't bad, but like I feel like you guys could play with him or beat him. Or,
I would.
like it wasn't like he was like.
Sometimes being a good teacher doesn't make you a good player.
To me, I think that a lot of people, because there's no checking if you're like a lower level guy. Like you're not going to go into your phone and go like Maine East or whatever the fuck you said, like
Maine
golf
South,
instructor.
yeah.
I think a lot of people do use that and just like, I was a golf teacher at an obscure school.
Oh, he's like a younger guy. I mean, he's younger than me.
But I'm just saying in general, like you can kind of inflate that. Maybe he was the assistant to the golf.
Sure.
Whatever.
Okay, but he had some degree.
He wasn't bad. I get a good swing and shit. I'm just saying, like, for him being like a teacher, I was expecting him like, are you a scratch golfer? He's like, no.
Actually, I need your take on this. He was paired with. We went to AJ's whole birthday party or like golf outing.
Yeah.
And he was paired with a guy who was like a +6, like an incredible golfer. But for when I was out there with Woj, like he did have a pretty swing. And he was able to connect on some larger, I think, iron hits or like some different, like, different situations. But Woj had to step up, I think, left and right for him. And the one thing that I'll never forgive him for, we were +1 through 9, and I'm with a guy who didn't hit fairway more than maybe twice on the front 9, maybe. So
he found it. That was Rick. Rick found it. For
okay,
sure
and I'm not knocking Rick, but dude, I was playing lights out.
You're
on the
playing
front
very
nine.
well. Who won the head-to-head though of that? Just regale me.
Right. So with handicap, I guess
No. Who won the head-to-head?
Oh, you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we fell apart on the back 9. And I think we went like
Plus
5 or something.
Yeah,
like
we ended with +3, so you guys might have been +4.
No, but at
+5.
any rate, at the turn, he's like, "I hope you don't play better." What kind of a fucking friend says that?
Hey,
That's something you would say about me to him, honestly.
I spoke it into
Bullshit.
I spoke it into existence.
You
And
did.
then
You
went-
absolutely did. Because like hole 10, we kind of blundered it and did like a bogey.
The
Sounds
last- yeah, go ahead,
Sounds like
Ryan.
Woj got in your head a little bit.
Please.
roles reversed.
Yeah,
No, this was also during a monsoon and lightning.
I was
which
gonna-
sucked,
I was
dude.
just about to
it
say-
ruined our
Oh,
rhythm
well, you
completely.
didn't say
Bobby
that.
Bobby
Yeah,
definitely fell
But
apart
him saying that
after
even
it.
in general,
But Bobby
never
fell
forgive him.
apart after the rain because he was already asking for the rain check. He's like, "Can I get a rain check?"
Dude,
and the
it-
guy was like,
he was being a
Nah.
cunt. He was being a total
I
dickhead.
get it. It's a business, but it's really
Whatever,
it's
dude.
really
We just
annoying.
had Thor walking through the fucking,
I mean, I think if once you get through
Fairway
once you
and-
get through more than half the round, it's like that doesn't.
I know. I only wanted 9, but the thing
Oh.
is, we were also far away. I wasn't asking for the full 18, but we're also at a place at a golf course near AJ, which was for me and you, I think, about an hour away.
Oh, it's not even worth it.
So I was like, you know what? Fine, let's roll Tide. But I did it frustrated.
yeah.
I think that's where you guys fell apart in that sense. But Ryan, let's get back to
Oh
your
yeah,
round.
sure. So, but
Let's-
anyway, the thing about the guy that surprised me is just like I hit my clubs farther than him. Like, he may be more accurate, obviously. On that
You have a big swing though.
He at one point he used a 4-iron where I used an 8-iron. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, I don't know. Just a little.
can I
it was a little
ask how
surprising.
what was his
What was the
stature?
yardage?
Stature?
Like was he?
Oh,
a
he's
tall
like
guy?
he was like a in shape, like a lean guy. Probably like 5'10".
Okay, I could see it.
So
height honestly makes up for a
He
lot.
kind of looked like a real life like Peter Parker.
Okay.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, like maybe not as buff, but like the lean and
Toby
the,
Maguire or Tom Holland?
Insomniac for PlayStation 5 and 4 or whatever. The one for the PlayStation, the new one, the games that came out.
Wait, which Peter Parker? I thought you were talking about Tobey Maguire.
No. Well, I'm talking about in general. Like if you had to cast a guy to play Peter Parker, I think this guy would be a guy who could do it.
Can
And he said, "Which one did he look like?" I said, "Of all the ones, I would say the one from the video game, the one from the
Okay.
PlayStation
Okay.
4 one, Insomniac."
I just want you to
Spider-Man.
know what happened is I gave you A or B, and you went Z. You went video game, which is a very specific
Very-
poll.
yeah,
but I
very-
was not prepared for
Well,
like
you know,
Tom
like,
Holland
you
or Toby
wanted me to
Maguire.
get specific, I got
Neither.
specific.
At least you didn't say Andrew Garfield. At least.
Yeah,
At least
no.
Okay, you know what? Underrated. I thought he did a great job.
I think he did a fine job. My Peter Parker I
Is
grew up with
Toby.
was Toby.
Yeah.
He was the
He started the Marvel whole
Yeah.
universe essentially.
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man movies were terrible. He was, although I think he was the best one in No Way Home, which shocked me because I was like, of all the people looking forward to all the Spider-Man, he was the one I was least looking forward to. But when I left that movie,
I love that movie.
I want him to have a movie more than any of them.
Right.
So I would be curious to see when he has like the different studio behind him, a real studio and a real. you
Yeah,
know,
there was that thing where it was owned by
Sony.
Sony, right? Or it
Yeah,
is.
so
still-
there's a big
currently.
IP issue even today in
They
terms
they
of
still own it.
Marvel.
Okay.
In terms of Marvel, though.
They just have like a deal with Disney where Disney can do it, but Sony gets like a percentage. But Marvel, Disney has like creative control more, and you can
Yeah,
tell the
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
Anyway,
You can definitely tell the difference.
back to golf, and then we got paired, and there's like a roundabout story. We
I
got,
like this though.
I got paired with two. We got paired with two other guys, a father and son, on the front, and then they only played the front nine with us. So on the front, I shot a 50, not great. Only had 2 7s. The rest were like 6s, 5s, 4, whatever.
Were you missing putts or it was just kind of
No, it was just like a couple
a
shots.
rough day?
A couple shots went out of bounds. I mishit them. I hit them either too far or too far left.
like over the green? I hate
Like
those. If
I
you,
had a beautiful tee shot on the first hole at Eaglewood, and then I misjudged the distance. There's no distance reader.
right.
I didn't have like an app open or anything.
So you kind of eyeballed.
I just
it, yeah.
eyeballed. I'm like, I'll do a pitching wedge, and I just struck my pitching wedge really well, and it just went
Just
into
sent
the woods behind it.
I'll say
unfortunately.
this: for 130 yards and in, I think it's imperative to have a rangefinder because I have 3 different clubs or 4 different clubs that I will choose from at those.
I was about to say, yeah, the importance of having, you don't need to have a rangefinder always, but just being able to read the distance at least somewhat is a huge advantage to when you're, again, I think we're all at a similar level where we're like, if you're like, hey, hit it 80 yards, we're going to get pretty damn close. It's not going to be like before we were like 80 yards. Okay, it might be 180
I take my 52,
or it might be 42.
Like I said, a 52, and I do about 70% swing.
I will say, though, that was the first hole. On the rest of the holes, I actually was reading it pretty well for distance-wise, like swinging it. I just like took a little off it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, 50 on the front, not great, not bad. But then so the front half, the second half, the two guys left, the kid, the guy and his son, and there was me and the one Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so the first hole, it was not great. I got a 7. I'm like, fuck, all right, I got to turn this around. Ended up shooting a 44.
Whoa.
So it did work. It was like all 4s and 5s.
Are you kidding me? That's incredible from a 7 to start.
Yeah, shot 94, best of the year so far.
Yeah, gave yourself a little pep talk.
Had 3 or 4 pars on the back 9, and all of them were 1 putts.
Hell yeah, man!
That was pretty awesome.
Any chirp opportunities that turned?
Yeah,
to a par?
dude. I mean, I was just getting it on, and like I was getting it on either like
2
or 3. Well, I was striking my irons a lot better. I've noticed. I've been watching some reels, like golf reels, and saving them on my Facebook. Like how to like line yourself up like more or better, maybe more consistently. I feel like that's what I struggle with. Like sometimes I'm like, am I just setting myself up wrong to begin with?
Like for example, I put my 4 iron, 5 iron, like 6. I try to keep it center or a little bit up.
Yeah.
Like closer to my front foot. Not by much though, but then as I get closer to the 9s, pitching wedge, like middle to right. You know.
Yeah, and I was thinking more about like the
back,
nose and the back or whatever kind of thing, and like just like and also a lot more of like leaning a little forward,
a little forward.
So then you get like the sweeping motion more or whatever. But I was striking it really well. I was doing pretty good with that.
I'm happy to hear that, man.
That helped. And then also I've been getting better with like the inside 100 shots. Like I've been using my pitching wedge more and just doing kind of like a bump and run almost, or like a light pitch, and like
I want to get Woj's take on my next question.
But like using the 60 degree a little less. But yeah, it was a good time. It was fun.
All right, so 60 degree, at least for me, like you're getting maybe 65, 70 yards tops at full tilt for something like that. But my question to Woj and you is, do you have like a 54 or 52? Because I think it's definitely worth an investment. That's my thought. Your thoughts?
No, I've been looking. I mean, maybe get one though.
I have a 60, 52, and then I have a pitching wedge.
But wouldn't you agree having that like in between from a pitching wedge to a 60? I think it's
so. What is like what's the degree of like a pitching wedge? Just curious. Do you guys know?
40,
48, right?
I'm gonna say that sounds right.
Because my attack wedge is 46, so I'm thinking it's got to be 2 up.
I mean, I use those 3 clubs that I just mentioned to go from 0 to 120.
But
43.
That's what I'm. That's what my range is.
49 is the range of a pitch.
But also it's a draw wedge, which I believe is supposed to be in between. I don't think it's a exact. I think it's a weird angle.
Wait, is there a D and an A, an approach wedge? Like
no,
they
it's
have
just
some
D.
Okay,
get the D. I'm 12. But I use that for short chips. I also use it to hit it 120 yards. So I'm kind of a little bit.
What's like a gap wedge? What is that?
Gap wedge, I thought was like a 50.
Would that be the one you're describing?
Yeah,
actually,
the one I'm. Okay, you swing lefty, right? Or
no?
Okay, I have a 54. I'll give you.
Okay.
All right.
Just because it's not.
Thank you.
I like my 52 too much.
Yeah.
And for me, I'd rather dial down a 52 than try to hit a 54.
Sure.
So I'll give you my 54.
Excellent. That'd be awesome.
Golf. Yeah. Like I said, I hope it like you're a taller guy. It should work for you though.
I mean, for those clubs, I usually like bend down a little more anyway.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll get you that next time we go out.
Cool. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you.
All right. So
taking up space
Ryan, I mean, how'd you think you ended on a great note.
So yeah, it was awesome. It was my best
incredible.
round of the summer so far. I don't know how many times I've gone. I think it's still under 10. I wouldn't say it's like 8 maybe.
I'll take the over.
It could be
You
10.
definitely have gone.
I don't
more
know.
than 8.
It's hard to say. 8 to 10 times. But no, it was a good price, good day out. The guys I was golfing with were pretty cool.
That's always a good sign.
I don't know. It was just like it was enjoyable, like just being able to not use as many like, oh, I'm going to do a mulligan or something, or like not having as many.
They're provisional.
Many go out of bounds, like having actually your shot, like, okay, I know where it is, or I have an idea. It wasn't too far off or whatever. My drive could use a little more consistency, but I was getting it pretty well. But still, I could use if I could get it straight, more often, or be more consistent with the slice. Either way, with something consistency is the key. Either
It is.
way,
It really is.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Hopefully, I won't go next week. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, we'll keep giving you updates. I mean, there's going to be a big update when we get back from Bobby's Bachelor. At least just talking about the golf.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
having a great time there. So before we get into the album review, there has been some news. Three Penis Wine is adding a new member with Barbarino. He's been itching to get into the league for a while. I know he lost on a coin flip to Vince a couple years ago.
I was in the league originally, and I had to step out of it because I was like, dude, I was like in 5 leagues at that point.
When?
This was years ago, probably 7-8 years ago.
You were in Three Penis Wine?
I think for one season.
I'm gonna just be
check into that and see if I'm full of shit. But I remember I was a part of a league that I literally stepped away from.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
All
I don't think you have ever been
Okay,
part
check-
of this
no, check that.
because 7 to 10 years ago we had a lot more college buddies, like a couple of
College.
No, I
of
understand that.
Joe's
So maybe
friends.
maybe I'm mistaking my brother's college league
I
friends.
think you are because
Because
this
you're
is-
part of that, aren't
this
you?
is kind of no,
Or
I'm not.
no, Sean is. Tall
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, all right.
But this is kind of a big deal. I mean, you're getting invited into the inner sanctum.
I'm excited about it.
I think it's good for the pod.
Good new blood.
It's
Yeah.
going to be nice to have
good.
some face-off weeks for sure.
We can talk about it, and
We're talking
we can
mad
all have
shit.
now for the the show competition. We all have the same league, so it makes sense we just do that.
Oh yeah, we could run it. And one thing I'm nervous about, and I'll say it now, and our podcast listeners in a few weeks when we come back around, will be like, that makes sense. We're going, from my understanding, and I think you're still trying to set the date, but I think more often than not, it's going to be probably right around, if not right after our Bachelor weekend.
It most likely is.
So
gonna be
we're going to be
before.
walking in on we're doing it like Sunday or Monday. I'll be like hungover as hell. I'll be like, just put you whatever guy's next.
Yeah, it probably won't be after that weekend, just because the weekend is busy with doing bachelor party stuff. But then I have the Schroeder league and all that shit on Monday, and that's in person league. Sunday, whatever.
So yeah, whatever.
It's gonna be a full week of drafting though. That's usually how it plays out.
All
It's
right,
just
I'm
like
just saying if you get
a
avoid
Wednesday,
Monday,
a
I'd
Friday,
prefer it.
a Sunday, that type of shit. I did drop a league, just guys that I just am not really friends with anymore. So I was just like, all right, man, I'm out. I won a championship that league.
Yeah,
I gave a little.
I mean, for
go
me,
fuck yourself.
For me, 3 leagues is tops.
3 leagues is doable.
4 is gonna be rough. For me.
And I could honestly be happy with 2. Like the third one is
Sure.
I've been doing it for a while, so it's like a niche league kind of. That's the one you guys make fun of me for.
Oh yeah,
the 2
you have like 4 quarterbacks.
2
and,
quarterback.
that one.
Hey, we're gonna score
The
like
bumper
a million
league. Oh
points.
yeah, that's
this
what we
week.
called it, the bumper league.
You did.
It just
but
makes no sense.
I like it.
It's 10 man, 2
Graphic
quarterback.
bumper league.
Just let's just get as many points as possible.
Yeah,
and
but everybody
no
has
skill.
this-
I had a shit week, 212. I was just
Everybody had. You guys put too much emphasis on the points. Who cares about the points? The points are going to be
That's
inflated.
That's the whole part of the
Yeah, but
thing.
we know going into it, the points are going to be inflated.
I didn't know I was talking to Kenny.
There's
over
another
here.
position. Of course, they're going to be
I
more.
love Kenny. If you're talking about Ken,
It's not like you're going to be like, oh man, I got a big. There's a certain like for that league, the bottom is going to be raised. Obviously,
I have a question. Are you a full point PPR type of guy?
No, half point.
I know. I'm just saying you kind of feel.
I'm just saying. A
you're
couple of
full
years ago,
point.
Kenny fucking definitely was like, we should go to more points. We should do 3 points a catch or whatever. And it's like,
fuck
no,
outta
man.
here.
I don't. That was an exaggeration.
Also,
but-
you guys are misunderstanding the 2 quarterback thing. You never get it. It's not about getting the points. It doesn't matter about It's about using more of a position that has plenty of players to use, that are just sitting in the free agency and do nothing or on your bench. So it makes it different. That's all it is. It's not like, oh, I got to get 150 points or what. It doesn't matter. You get what you get. Everybody has the same roster set up. So it doesn't I don't see the.
You're talking XFL to NFL.
No, you're not. It doesn't. What?
Because XFL more explosive. It's
It
like
doesn't-
48 to 28 every
But
game.
it doesn't matter. Again, I don't understand why you're focusing on the points.
I think it's because
I'm just giving
it's
you
the
a
points.
comparison of what your league is
I
like
don't-
XFL.
I don't subscribe to that line of
And
thought, but
what God intended to be.
I don't understand when you say it doesn't matter about the points. I mean, you're adding
does.
another position that
Yeah,
is
it
going
makes
to
it
get.
more interesting. You're adding.
I'll say this: it does make you a little more cognizant of which quarterbacks.
Also,
you pick up.
it's also technically an offensive player position, so you can play anybody there. But
yeah,
I
obviously,
mean, how many people play fucking?
well, if you have injuries or something, last year I played 4 receivers instead of a quarterback, so I could.
Ballsy.
one week.
Yeah, well, I had to injuries, but I had a good receiver. I also had good receivers.
I'm just saying it is called a 2 quarterback league widely. A lot of people will
but
say
you
that,
could,
but
of course. Well, of course, you're going to take the quarterback. They have the biggest chance to get the most points. Why wouldn't you? You'd be a stupid ass not to. But
So
again,
yeah, that proves Woj's point.
no, it
Thank
doesn't.
you. Doctor.
You guys are fucking.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hold my mouth. You guys are fucking dumb. Excuse
we
me.
have a viewpoint over here, and you have a viewpoint over there.
No, you guys
It's
are focusing
fine.
on the dumbest.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter. Like again, it's just adding a position. It's like if you add another flex. It's like exactly what it is. Actually, it is adding another
I'm
flex.
just saying
Except you can flex a quarterback.
There is a pattern that should.
no
be
one
observed,
cares about
and
like.
you go outside that.
No one
pattern.
cares about like, oh, I put up 150 points, or I put up 100 points, or I put up
Yes.
200 points. It doesn't matter.
I think that's a big.
You put up the
talking point.
points and what you put up. It's what the league allows you to.
We're just
construct.
roasting.
I-
you.
No, but the rose doesn't make sense. I can see it if it made sense. It doesn't make sense.
No, we're just for us. It's the inflation of a number. So, for example,
Like, it's not
in a
like-
conversation, you could be like, "Man, I only did 160 this week." If I say that to general fantasy football players, they'd be like, "Are you kidding me? Like, that's incredible. Oh, I lost by 30." You know, that's the difference. That's the conversation that people
But
aren't going to be prepared.
I don't
for.
go around being like, first of all, being like, I scored 150 points.
Well, you've won a couple championships. I know Woj has probably only got one slot on his mantle.
And also, if I did, I would prefix the conversation with in my 2 quarterback league,
There it is.
and I would say that.
So,
it's
precursor.
not like it's like you guys are acting like it's like Major League Baseball, and
We're
the
just giving you shit.
the home run
You're getting all
records are
sensitive.
like these like numbers that are like sacred or something. I don't know. It's like again, like
No.
other people's leagues. Some people have no kickers. Some people have 3 wide receivers. Some people have whatever. It's whatever the league is what it is. Like
I know.
I'm just
I think
saying.
I don't agree with
poking the
any
bear,
of
and
the.
I love it.
I'm saying my words. Don't say
Don't lob
you're
them in
saying
with
it
mine.
like this.
All right,
So
that's
both
fair.
of you, both of you.
That's fair.
I'm over here. You're over here. That's fine. We'll move on. But fantasy
You
football,
insulted him a little bit.
obviously, you can little bit. No. But this is obviously it's very reminiscent of what fantasy football does to you. You're getting hot. Everybody's
Getting
getting
hot.
hot.
Well, it just makes no
Hold
sense.
on, real quick. We have possible punishments that we've talked about in previous fantasy that we're going to be incorporating in 3 Penis One. I'm not certain on what we're going to vote for, but it seems
Well-
like the IHOP challenge is the front runner.
We're gonna.
I don't
talk
want to go
about-
into it, but
Yeah, we're going to talk about all that stuff as we get geared up for the season and it gets a little bit more into like the draft, and we'll go over the makeup of the league so everybody knows this is kind of what it is about. But it's a little. I'm not saying this too early. It's just we don't have enough of the
no.
information. We haven't voted
still,
on
yeah,
shit.
we're still
So
filtering.
we'll put that on the back burner for now. Let's get into the. We don't have any other topics, right? We're good?
I'm going to the Sox game. I think I mentioned that this Sunday with my dad. He's in town. I'm rocking my Scotty Pods jersey from the 05 Sox.
Scotty Pie.
But the Sox haven't been playing like shit. I definitely came into the season thinking we're going to be like the Rockies 2.0, but we're doing okay after the All-Star break. So go figure.
right.
I'm going to win that bet against AJ. You're going to be taking me golfing. Can't wait.
I hope that you win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one thing about the MLB right now.
Let me tell you.
Let's just fucking get to football, man. I don't give a shit.
Agreed.
Done. All right, moving on. Album this week was who? And is it my pick next?
Yeah.
I believe
probably
so, yeah.
should-
So we're talking about Backstreet Boys.
Probably should have that ready.
And Millennium is the album. I'm going to get
What
a little,
year?
This came out in 1999.
Yeah.
Let me go through the band members. I'll give you a little factoid, and then we'll get your take of the band, and then we'll dive in. So, band members are Nick Carter, AJ McLean, Brian Luttrell, Kevin Richardson, and Howie Duro. Did I say that right?
Duro, yeah.
Duro.
Sure.
So Backstreet Boys Millennium had sold over 24 million copies worldwide. It's a 13 times platinum, or 13, platinum, and it was the best-selling album of 1999 in the U.S. and broke first week sales record upon its release. Like, this was gold. In 1999, when you're going to the mall, on a Saturday with, your BMX or your parents dropping you off, you went in and you bought this album. Period.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have it.
I have it. I had it in my car on the way here. I'm listening to it most of the week in preparation.
It was incredible. So let's go into some. Those are the factoids. When were you introduced to BSB? And my friend actually, he was at the Sphere recently in Vegas, and they performed there. So I have a video of that. If you guys,
I've seen that. Not that your friends, but other people posting those videos.
So that's kind of relevant. But when were you introduced to them? What are your thoughts? Just general.
Did people abbreviate them BSB?
Yeah, some people do.
I did not remember.
You're
that
in a
growing
different
up.
generation, so it's okay.
Same generation, but this was just like it's a fucking huge part of my life was the boy band era. Everybody was jamming out to it.
NSYNC and Backstreet.
Had the frosted tips. Was fucking rocking that.
Hell yeah,
dude.
Same.
And
Puka shells,
absolutely.
Hollister,
button down, open, white shirt under.
Oh, those stupid hats that were like the golf.
I didn't go that far.
Yeah, the visors. Visors was a thing.
It was all in that, Vans and shit. Like those were
very Point Break.
I mean that era
describe
though, like 98 to 2003, I would say it was just yes, there was great music also happening, but like I had so many CDs and shit like that are now gone. Like they broke. Like okay, the case broke. You put the CD in, then you put it down somewhere. Okay, that fucked up. Like so, I had all this shit, and then basically it was just thrown away after. Like I didn't take care of CDs or any shit like that.
Were you one of those guys who your car like was dirty as hell? Are you one of those guys that just I'm just curious if you're one of those. You're like, I don't chuck it over into the guest.
I don't like to really eat in my car. I try not to.
I was just curious. Because you said you break all your CDs, so I'm wondering if you're a messy person. Like
dude. When I was 8, I didn't really.
Oh, you're right. Different generation. My apologies.
Same generation.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put up the fucking graph right now because you're pissing me off.
Yeah,
I mean, go ahead, Ryan.
We grew up with the boy band era, the Backstreet Boys.
I lived this shit.
CDs up in the visor.
I had all their CDs. I still have the original one from when I was a kid, 10 years old.
Ryan also has the
car.
fucking CD case.
I'm surprised you didn't bring it. What the hell? We should have grabbed it. It's in your car.
The case, it's just a disc.
Who cares? We get a
But I'm saying you have the old school flip.
Yeah,
case,
the big booklet of CDs. Yeah, CDs better quality. But yeah, so they were huge. They were like the biggest thing around when you're.
It was them and NSYNC.
Everything, basically pre-high school for me. Like junior high, they were a little bit fading out, but they were still relevant. But like elementary school, it was all boy band shit, all Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, all that.
Oh yeah,
that was the music. That was what it was popular. That was what you listened to. So I got the Backstreet Boys CD. I remember actually getting this Millennium CD.
Where were you?
I think I got it the same day I got the Smash Mouth All Stars CD. I want to say
incredible.
Or it was the first Backstreet Boys CD. It was one of them. I remember going to sports camp and I told the kid, I'm like, I got the new
Where
Smash
did you get
Mouth.
it though? Was it at the mall?
Oh, like probably like Walmart or Best Buy or something, or
with
like
your folks,
something. Yeah, like, and I'm like, I got the Backstreet Boys CD, and I got. Smash like, dude, you're so lucky, or whatever. Like, like
everyone's praising.
Yeah, like it was just there was the music you listen to, and like,
hold on, sorry,
and interesting,
sorry,
and is And I, honestly, like even listening to it now, like every now and then, like I don't listen to like religiously, but I'll pop on some boy band stuff. Pops up, gives me like memories, and it still sounds good. The ones that are hits still sound good. So,
I think Backstreet Boys, for me, I think they were better vocalists than most bands. Like you had Boyz II Men at the time. Everyone they had different types of harmony, different types, but I think Backstreet competed with a lot of that and actually did a better job.
I mean,
like vocalizing.
That's your opinion. I'm not going to choose sides in that
that's
war.
Fair.
I would just point out that, I mean, to me, like Backstreet Boys, boy bands in general, NSYNC, all that shit was just more like, for me, it's like your first taste into like, if a chick broke your heart, there was like 20 songs of just you just dying in your room, just like, show me the meaning of being lonely.
Big one for me was always the NSYNC one. The would you be my girlfriend? I'll treat you good. that was always.
It just like to me, it was it's more like hard. Like NSYNC was a little bit more poppy, but. Overall, again, like I wouldn't be like, yo, let me put this on to jam out to. It'd be like,
I put it on the jam out to
feel something.
I mean, I was gonna say, are you guys? NSYNC or Backstreet Boys is more. I'm more of an NSYNC guy. I'm not gonna lie. I like them both, but I'd probably pick. NSYNC.
I think NSYNC had more hits.
They got JT. I like JC. I think that Backstreet Boys.
If I'm on the fence, I'm going Backstreet.
I think Bobby. Bobby, what you said about them having as a group better vocals than NSYNC, I would agree. But I think NSYNC has more better lead talent. Like obviously Justin Timberlake and even JC was pretty good. Like
the overall package.
The rest of them, not as good. But but they're both good, like you said. So.
No, like I said, no, good point. Good point. I'd lean a little bit more towards Backstreet. I guess I'm a purist.
Both are good. I mean, it's like Pepsi or Coke.
You're right.
Kind of thing.
I'm not gonna bitch, one way or the other.
Well, it's like Pepsi or Coke. Like I like.
That's a good. I
like
good
both
analogy.
of them, but I like one more. Like
but if someone gave you Pepsi or a Coke, whatever,
I'm the other way. I like a Coke more, but yeah.
Some people are like real
religious
crazy about
that
it.
shit.
Like don't even offend me by giving me a Pepsi. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, some people are ridiculous.
I mean, yes, it tastes different for sure, but I'm like, is one to me just in Pepsi
I think
Coke
Pepsi's
debate?
Sweeter to me. But
is it just like something where I taste it and I go, yeah, this is what a cola should
taste like?
Yeah. I'm not like gonna like sometimes just when you get to the weird, like that's a plain soda. That is just like the base level. It's when you get into the weird shit where you're like, I don't know, what's like a weird one?
I liked RC Cola.
But not like a plain one. Like there's flavored shit. Like sometimes you get like
Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper is like a cherry flavored shit. They got, just like stuff like that that's like, it's...
Like, okay, Coke
it's gotta
makes
be
that
specific.
dreamsicle one, which is like that one. Like, I love that.
Cream soda?
Yeah.
Cream soda's good. I like cream soda from the original kind of sources. But back to the Millennium Backstreet
back
Boys.
to Millennium.
I like Mountain Dew. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Johnny.
Good drop in.
All right. And next time you just got to say that. And I like Mountain Dew.
I like lamb.
I love lamb.
I love lamb.
I love lamb.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it?
I love lamb.
All right. So this album, if I'm not mistaken, I think it had 13 songs, or maybe just shy of that.
I mean, you should probably
12.
12. All right. Hey. I apologize. I have heard all of these songs at one point or another. I am going to be a little rusty towards the back end or the B-side of this album. But I'm going to go through the titles, and then we're going to get into it, all right?
Okay.
That's the game plan. Usually I have some factoids and other stuff. I wasn't prepared. I'm trying to get married soon, and that's taking up a lot of my attention.
It's just an excuse, but moving on.
All right. Larger Than Life, right out of the gate. I Want It That Way. Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely. It's Gotta Be You. I Need You Tonight. Don't Want You Back. Don't Want to Lose You Now. The One. Back to Your Heart. Spanish Eyes. No One Else Comes Close. The Perfect Fan.
Okay.
I was really quick to ask you guys, if you had to pick who's your favorite Backstreet Boy.
Littrell.
Brian Littrell.
All right. Now, I would say for me, it was Brian growing up.
Ooh.
Now, on the re-listen, I would say AJ was my favorite this time around. I thought he carried a lot of the songs, but Brian was also amazing.
Brian, I thought was like always the best singer.
Yeah, I think he was, but now he actually lost his voice or whatever, so he had to have like type of
like Laren.
Something happened. I don't know, so he can't do it as well. But
well, yeah, you've been singing for
going
40 years.
revisiting this. I appreciated AJ more than I did originally. I just wanted to add that.
I mean, what's his dick? Howie Donahue was his name?
Something like that.
No, I'm gonna get it right. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to offend him. What'd you have, Bobby? You had it pulled up. What's the name of the other guy in Backstreet Boys?
So the band members are, let's go through them again, is Nick Carter. Everyone knows Nick Carter, though. I think
he was like everyone's favorite back in the day. A lot of girls.
A lot of girls.
So, yeah, between him and Brian Littrell, AJ McLean, Kevin Richardson had the goatee.
Yeah, he's the older guy.
Kevin Richardson.
And Howie Dorough.
Kevin Richardson, you never heard. Howie Dorough is also kind of not. It was the main three. Those first three guys were kind of like the main figures.
Well, I mean, listening is I could pick out who's singing.
Yes, you can obviously know who's singing, but I'm just saying in terms of
you're right
like,
with the percent. If it's a pie chart, yeah,
these three are like the main members, and these two guys were also there.
Absolutely.
But again, no offense, man. Just not hearing, not picking your voices out all that much there. What are we?
We're just gonna go track by track.
Yeah. What are we getting into?
Yeah,
now?
let's go track by track, and then I'm excited because we're gonna just drop this in. We're gonna be seeing his brother soon. Play his what is it? The Sand Volleyball League.
Yes.
And I'm gonna propose this right now. We go see him the Thursday, 8/21, because that's right before a golf weekend. And I think pause the pod, or if we do do the pod earlier. I'm just saying I think it'd be a great opportunity because we don't have a lot left in the,
Yeah, we'll plan it off the podcast. Maybe
we'll plan it off, but I'm saying that's a
maybe
great
we'll-
time. That's a great time. So let's just, let's lock
So
that
Let's-
in.
Yeah,
It
sure.
arbitrarily sounds fine to me.
Let's lock that.
Let's.
All right, so let's get into
Get
it.
back
Larger
to
than
this.
life
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
banger. Come on, you start off this album with this fucking gem. Come on.
Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead,
go
Woj.
ahead.
You go, Woj.
Oh, I'll go 4. I think this is a very good song to open up. I think again it's more like my Backstreet Boys. Again, for me, they really go with like the real huge hits, like the commercial plays.
They
Like
came
those
out
are the songs
hard
that are
with
great.
all of them.
And then I like the deep cuts. I like the stuff that gets a little bit more softer. Those are the ones like I would put "Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely" kind of like above.
So you're saying
I can see that though.
you
I-
like the romantic, softer Backstreet
the-
Boys more?
I'm saying the
Then
commercial
more
hits.
substance.
The commercial hits are up here. Those are my certified banger, top of the top. But instead of going to like "Larger Than Life," which I'm like, I think is a good song, but I kind of move again those like more romantic, slower ones, even with "Larger Than Life," if not
Interesting.
giving me a little edge. Because
See,
like I said, this was
I would go Oppo on that.
Sure.
I think. Well, first of all, I would
Go
just
ahead.
say, "Larger Life's a 5. It's a banger. It's 100%. You're coming out with the most upbeat song, the best song to kick off the album. I mean, well,
24 million
best song in a sense.
sold
I
Sorry,
agree.
best song in a sense of like the way like you should start an album off. Like
I
this
agree,
is, like,
100%.
It's like, and I was gonna say that I like when Backstreet Boys and NSYNC they do more of these type of songs where it's like dance songs, upbeat, not as much of the soft. Some of the soft ones do work, some don't. I think on this album,
That's what
Yeah,
I
we'll
heard.
get into it.
a lot of them, especially towards the end, they keep going soft,
Yeah,
and it's like, no, go back to like the banger, the
clipping
beats.
this.
Like I just say,
We'll just clip all that. We'll
Just
do-
I like the soft, but
No,
you
you
know,
said soft.
Sorry, no, he's right though. I get it.
I mean,
but-
you don't like it. It's fine.
yeah, I just like on re-listen and just in general being a fan of them growing up. Like I always like the ones that are more upbeat and like their dance, like that are just.
You bring up a good point. I'm curious on Mr. Flo over there how he feels this album did for Flo in general. Just a quick.
I think it's a great crescendo to the middle plateaus and then bombs at the end.
I think that they
just off the cliff.
we'll go
Yeah,
through
all
it,
right,
but
all
you'll
right,
see
okay.
my ratings kind of do a.
I think they front loaded it.
They
Yeah.
did. They definitely
And-
front loaded it.
They should have spread it out a little more.
Sure.
I agreed. So next one, I want it that way. I think we all know the whole
I
the
mean,
lyrics
thi-
of the song.
This is,
front to back.
this is arguably their most popular song of any of their songs. Obviously a 5 banger,
Banger.
a slow
Banger.
slow banger,
Yeah.
but a banger. And fucking everyone knows every word of this fucking song. I don't care who you are.
Yeah,
If you're
you
lying
had your
if
Stussy notebook. You just got your girl.
if you're somewhere between like I don't know 30 and 40, you probably know every word of this song.
You had
yeah.
your notebook with an eagle holding a baseball or like a tiger.
Your girl was on your pegs. You had that ball chain necklace
Hey,
and
no-
like no FX
Now
T-shirt.
this is Backstreet Boys doing slow right, where it's not too slow. It's a little slower, but it's like it's good. It's got a good rhythm, catchy beat.
Yeah.
Everybody pitches in the vocals well, like it works well, and the chorus is catchy. Obviously, the main "I Want It That Way" where it works on all levels.
Yeah, I would definitely go with the
Certified banger.
if I could give a grade higher than a
Right, yeah.
certified banger. This is upper echelon. This is a song that
Banger.
that is literally like ultra banger, something just in the stratosphere
Love
of songs that again like not only are like a childhood favorite, but shit that I'm still like if you're gonna like give me like hey you got 6 songs or let's say 10 songs that you can only listen to for the rest of your life, you better believe this bitch is going in there.
It's on it.
I mean,
For sure.
if the band had like an obituary, this would be like the lead
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
they would
yeah,
men-
yeah.
This would be this and Backstreet's Back. Would be the top 2 ones that be mentioned for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic! I'm loving this already. Okay, but he's right in terms of I'm in agreement that it falls off. It does, but
Well,
then
yeah, we'll
another
get
one.
that.
Show me the meaning of being lonely. Right? We've all.
Certified
Banger. I mean,
banger.
we've all played this song. We've all been heartbroken
Yeah.
at some point. This was definitely on repeat.
It's a 5, but it's like for me, like again, I talked about it on the other albums, like a
weak
lower
5?
5, like no, not a weak, but like if we were doing a list of 5s, it wouldn't be like on my top of the 5s. It would be toward a little back
Okay, I
end
get it.
action.
What year did this come out?
99.
Well, I can publish it anytime you'd like if you want to. What would you?
What's up?
You said when my list come out. I said I could publish it anytime you like.
Oh, yes, I definitely want that. I was meaning the album coming out, but yes,
sorry, bro.
yes to both.
Yes to yes.
Because I'm trying to think. This is probably right around the time. I'm fairly certain, and I don't remember shit, but fairly certain I wrote a poem to a girl when I was like 8.
Oh, that's
and
adorable.
she fucking shut me down in front of her friends.
Oh.
And then I had to walk home, and I'm like, I think vividly, like it's back here.
Is this a core memory that,
that
we're like pulling
well,
up?
I'm just saying the song I think brings back that thing of like me listening to it in my bedroom, just like god damn it.
What was the girl's name? Do you even remember that?
Yeah, I do. I'm on.
Jason, are you okay in
Sorry.
there? I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Well, you can't mention her name. It's not like we have her as a follower.
He doesn't want to mention. It's all good.
That's fine.
He
All
keeps his anonymity.
Yeah, but like I said, this is where this song, like that's why I like these. It just was the time where I'm like, again, any heartbreak, quote unquote. A girl doesn't hit you back on aim for 2 hours.
Dude.
You're like, oh my god, I'm dying.
Mine was like the NSYNC Gone. It's like yo gone, yo gone.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Or
another one.
Cry Me a River from JT.
Well, yeah, that's a little after. That's
No,
a
I'm
solo
just saying we're getting into
getting into
those
that
type of
same-
arena of songs.
So this next song, like I said,
Fucking love Gone though. This is a great song. Go ahead.
it's a good
sorry.
one. No, it's got to be you. For me, this is a 3-minute. Just all right. I give maybe 3.5, 3. It was okay.
Really, I like this one a lot actually.
I'm not a big fan.
I
of
gave
this
it
one.
a 4.5 from me, man. I think it's like again, but this is like what I said. This is the Backstreet Boys I like more, where it's like it's upbeat. It's got like more like drum kicks and like it's more of up tempo, like a dance song.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not a 5. It's not quite there, but I think for me it's a 4.5. It's very good.
Yeah, I would say this is like a 3.5 for me. It's not, to me, it's not catchy enough to make it into the normal rotation. This kind of falls just kind of off that initial, hey, these are the ones I go back to, and then this kind of like over here. Not terrible in any means, but
the main
just not
the main chorus isn't great, but it's
That's what got me the
it's
most.
catchy enough. Like it's not uncatchy,
You know what
but
the
it could be
problem is?
catchier.
No, the problem is we front loaded the shit out of this album, and now we're trying to compare it to some of their best songs. And I mean, I mentally felt that as I was going through some of these other ones because I'm like, man, I'm holding a candle to something that I should be a little more objective on. So I tried throughout this. I really did.
For me, like the beat of the song makes it.
The beat's good, but the lyrics were just.
It's a great beat, and the chorus doesn't even work. I could maybe go as low as a 4, but again, this one,
that's fine.
This one is one I would listen to more than other ones.
So the next one is "I Need You Tonight." I thought this was decent. I put 3 3/4. Not quite up in the 4s, but I think it had its moment, and it's more true to their nature. So
I Need You Tonight?
yeah, "I Need You Tonight."
Yeah, I put down that this has the elements to be a certified banger, but the lyrics just don't.
It just
they're
misses
not,
there a
They're not
little bit,
right.
yeah.
I don't know what could improve it, but I'm just like, I don't know if the message is not. I think, okay, never mind. That's a different song. But yeah, it's like I said, the beat and this everything kind of works well together, and when the lyrics fall short, it's really tough to give it I think I give it a 3.
I kind of don't like it. I gave it a.
I kind of don't.
I gave it a 2. It's
I see what you're doing,
Ooh,
and I
it
don't.
It's just like again, it's just too slow, emotional. They have like 60 songs on here, and it's like sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't
So
work.
this one
for
didn't
me.
work.
It didn't
All right.
work for me.
It's
too
not.
s-
Is it a skip?
It's too, yeah, probably.
It didn't work for me.
For me, it'd be a
dog.
skip,
It's
yeah.
too, it's too
It'd be a skip for me.
similar.
All right, that's fair.
Dog.
All right,
is
this
not-
next one I actually enjoy. I don't consider it a banger, but it's in the 4 echelon. Is "Don't Want You Back." I put this one at 4 1/4.
This is a certified banger for me, man.
Okay, good.
This is arguably my favorite song on the album. On this re-listen. I fucking love listening to this one the most out of them because I know the other ones. I know I want that.
No,
way.
I know this one does a really good job. It just like I said, it was tough for me.
This one could have been a single. It should have been.
It should have been. Okay, then in that mind,
I like it more than "Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely." Honestly,
That's okay. That's a fair.
But again, I
assessment.
said it's more of my Backstreet Boys that I like. The up tempo, the bigger beat. I love the part AJ on this song. He says like the way he says the line. It's great. The way
Want to sing it
inflection-
to us?
Hold on, listen.
It's coming up. I don't know.
Ah,
Pretty face. He says that. Yeah.
there you
I
go.
love that part. All right, there
That
we
was
go. I knew
good.
it's coming
There
up.
we
All
go.
right, go ahead. One.
Good.
advantages.
Pretty face.
Yeah, I'm gonna go half of a certified bang. I'm gonna go 2.5.
Ooh, terrible.
To me, it's just another one that's like middle
Russian
of the road.
judge over
and,
here.
Yeah, I know.
Again, also in terms of the album, I'm just like,
Would likes the slow Backstreet Boys.
but I'm saying I like them just as much as the good stuff. But like you front loaded that good stuff, right? And then you're just like hanging on. I don't think any of the songs are terrible. Like I didn't have any skips in the back 6 or 8. But overall, to me, like, this is just in general of boy bands. I think I was either saying before or on the first part of the pod is like, there's, like, to me, for all boy bands, like, max 10 good songs for them. And each group has, like, 10 good songs, maybe, if that. But, like, a lot of riffraff, a lot of other shit that doesn't like. It's just like, hey, we just need to
Filler.
fill the
We kind of
album.
talked about it, Woj, before Bobby got here. Was like, you needed like 3 hits, and then the rest of the album I don't think was as important. It was like, well, they're gonna buy it for these 3 hits, irregardless, you know. So I mean, like, it'd be nice if they made them better, but not all the time.
You're right, though. I mean, if you have enough spice, right, like, you know, you just got to get them to get the album. You know, I understand that logic. There's enough there to like, yeah, I'm
I
buying
think this one's fucking great. It's got this funky
I know.
bass line to it.
Yeah, I know. Whoa,
I think the chorus is pretty good. That's okay, but I love it.
Next one, Don't Want to Lose You Now. This is, like I said, more soulful. There's a lot of this song that does well, but not enough for me to even go in the 4 territory. And for me, I think it's closer to maybe 3.5 or 3.25.
Bless you.
He's a multiple. All right, there it
Damn,
is.
Sorry. Not the first time someone sneezed on a pod, though.
So mine about 3.25 or 3.5. You know, it does its job, but, you know, it's lacking.
I said 2.
Yeah, this is like a 1.5 for me.
Another
It's just,
skip,
it's
huh?
a skip.
It's
Again, it's just too slow and generic, and it doesn't stand out.
Generic. Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
It's nothing like that makes me remember it or want to listen to it. It's just like too slow and malaise, and I just don't like it.
Good word.
Don't
Man, Arthosaurus
like
here. The one, okay, the next one, the one I fucking like. If you guys don't like it, that's on you, but I gave this one a 4.
The one?
The one.
I also gave it a 4. Well, this is one of their singles from that album.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
their last single. It's definitely, I think, the least good of them. I don't know. The least good.
It's on the
The
lower
worst
half.
of the worst of the singles. I should have said.
the
Least good. Yeah,
God,
it's a 4 for me.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but it's not like amazing, but it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely my surprise of the album. Probably a song that I obviously don't listen to all the time, but this was
you do.
This is a very interesting case when the first part of the song, it's kind of generic. It's kind of like, all right, I get it. It's whatever. The second half of the song, it gets a little bit more upbeat, and they're kind of
comes
like
together
hooking
nicely.
me in with the lyrics. And I was like, damn, man, they really had a good halftime pep talk. They
Coach went in there early.
and they came out swinging at
Remember when Bobby
halftime,
Shea
man.
came at halftime?
But
and
like
they won
by the end of the
Purple?
song, I'm like, this song won me over. Like it's fucking great. Now, granted, if I listen back to it again, knowing that the second half is good, I'll probably be like, all right, the first half isn't. It just was
You're
such a
building
weird,
the anticipation.
such a
as
weird
well.
like first half of the song. I'm like, all right, this is like whatever. I don't care. And then like walking, I'm like, all right, I'm fucking digging what you're putting down.
Right.
Yeah,
on.
I said 4.
All right, next one is Back to Your Heart. For me, this one felt more like a filler. I was fine with just kind of, making my way through this one. Essentially, that's what I put it. Maybe 3. Maybe.
Can I ask who sang My Heart? Was that an NSYNC or a Backstreet Boys?
Shape of My Heart.
Shape of My Heart
is Backstreet.
That is a Backstreet Boys.
That's the
Which
next-
I love that one.
That's
but
the next album. It's Black and Blue.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, to this one, I thought that it was kind of trying to not recreate because this one was before the other one, right? But I just think it's like it's trying to maybe like go for what Shape of My Heart was, which again to me that's like fucking good shit. This one just again, it's like I get you're trying to be emotional, but like it doesn't click. It doesn't. It's not.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Looking
This is
back
no,
on the
this is no bueno. It's a 1.5 for me again.
got a few skips out of you this one.
Again, it's just a slow, generic malaise. Just same.
Ryan doesn't like fucking slow songs.
I don't mind it.
I want that cocaine built into the song.
I don't mind a slow song if it's got like a good chorus or like a catchy, rhythm to it. It can be slow. Like I want it that way, slower, but it's not like.
I get you. I know.
This one
we have
is
different
just,
flavors.
just
I get
not.
it. I get it. This
Doesn't
one
work
isn't
for
that.
me.
Yeah, Ryan doesn't like Barry White. He doesn't like.
His voice is what sets him apart in those, and that
He doesn't like some Al Green.
I like
Or
him, but
Marvin.
again, it
doesn't
depends
like
on which
Marvin
ones.
Gaye.
I love those guys.
He just
We're
doesn't
just
like any of them.
He's getting.
He
all
doesn't
pissed
like the
off.
good stuff.
It depends on which ones.
All right, next one. Let's just bring us back
Yeah,
on
what do we
track.
got,
Next
man?
one, Spanish Eyes. I thought they did a great rendition. This is a cover. This has been
Of
sung
what?
100
Who sings
times
this?
over.
Yeah, who sings the original?
I don't know, man. I'm not Google.
He said it was a cover. What-
It is a cover.
Hey, man, it's a cover.
I know
Of
it's a cover.
who?
I know it's a cover. You know what? I'm gonna get that in our second half. I'll tell you which one of the.
I mean, you got a phone right there.
Alright, fine.
You can just look at it. I'll fill while you
Alright.
look for it.
I like this.
That's
though.
what she said.
I'd give this one probably 3 3/4, borderline 4.
Okay. I could not. I could not. If this is a cover, the original's got to be terrible too, man. Because what the fuck are these? What are these lyrics, man?
El Martino.
The fuck is Al Martino?
Couldn't get. It was just like. It was something like, with those Spanish eyes, I would win first prize. I'm like,
El Martino. There it is.
Yeah.
hey, good on you.
1966.
This song is terrible.
Yeah, it's
You
not
guys
good.
rough, dude.
This is
No,
a
it's-
1. This is the worst song on the album.
Oh,
I'm
my
not gonna
God.
say it's a skip because it's still like
It's a
but
skip.
it's just to me. I'm like the cheesy lyrics are like, come on,
lyrics
dude.
are
This is,
stupid.
all right, this is the boy band genre. Let's just put it out there.
This ain't the good version of it.
Okay, all right. Let's moving forward, pressing on. No one else comes close. I thought they did a halfway decent job on this track. Not incredible, but this is Backstreet Boys. Good vocalization. I give this one a 3.5.
This of the slow Malays ones is my favorite of them.
You've been overusing that. You got to get some more words.
2.5. Well, I'm kind of staying consistent. So you know what I'm talking about.
Stayed consistent.
2.5 stars.
I would go with. It's a fine song, but it just kind of
It's a
reminds.
fine song.
It just reminds me a lot of garbage on the album. Like, just not. It's not great. It's not. Hey, man, it's not garbage that's been out for
Hey,
2
man.
weeks. It's the garbage that I just put in there. Put a McDonald's bag in there yesterday. It's not great, but it's not
It'll do.
decrepit. It's just like, again, I just see that there's such a fine. The album plateaus early, and then to me, it's just a descent, like a consistent.
There is.
Consistent descent of like, all right. I mean, the
Outside of the one.
the one to me, I thought was the only one
Saving
that kind of
grace
like
on
was
the back
like,
half. Sure.
hey, this is good shit. But
Now, the Perfect Fan wraps this album up. I'm not a big fan of this one. This one's like 2.5, maybe 2 3/4.
okay,
Just a miss. Just a miss. And I think, like you said, they front-loaded the shit out of this. They definitely could have done Show Me the Meaning as their final song. That would have been great to kind of like end on.
yeah,
But-
I said a bad end to an okay album.
Yes.
yeah, I
another
agree.
miss
Yeah,
at
it's
the
a
end.
1.5 for me.
This one isn't quite a skip, but damn near
It's a
close.
skip.
This is like needing a single in the bottom of the ninth, and you get a pop out, a foul out.
I'm going to echo that. It's just like, it's just, again, slow, generic. Like, they should have do more of the up-tempo shit or like a couple more of them. You had way too many slow songs, especially on the back half of it, which is like, I don't know, you were like falling asleep to it almost. Like, it's like, give me some more of the other ones from the beginning.
Give me some more of that.
Pepper them out throughout the album. So it's like, I don't know, like
Pepper it.
it was like you start off here and then it's like,
No, you're right. This if we had to do a bar chart,
like the stock crash,
Yeah, and just-
market crash
yeah.
at 29 or whatever.
And
It's
just-
like, no.
Yeah.
But like I like Backstreet Boys, but the album overall I think is more in name or of the concert, like the impact it had at the time.
Oh, this was a cultural phenomenon.
More than a substance, maybe, of re-listening to it. Like
That, you know what? That's fair. And like I said, I got wrapped up in nostalgia when I picked this one. But we all had this album. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And I'm excited that we were able to listen to it. So
no, it wasn't. I didn't have a bad time. I'm just like saying, like, just like, yeah, at the time it was like
when you listen to it,
the biggest of deals, and now it's like you go back to it's like it was a big deal at the time, but maybe some of the substance of it isn't as much as I thought I remembered.
You're right. Maybe some of it didn't hit the rose-colored glass. I guess.
Right. Exactly.
And Woj is up on deck.
Well,
right?
okay. Can I give my
sorry,
wrap up
thoughts?
on that, album? I definitely agree with what you guys are saying. Is the kind of sign of the times. Definitely makes you like the album more. I just thought of this. Like one thing that kind of is a detriment is that there's also a time of music videos being very
mass produced.
But no.
No.
But
okay.
I'm saying they were very much like enjoying to watch, but also like shit that you were like, what the fuck is happening right now? They do like different things within the music
Different
video
sequences,
that and just like different stuff. I'm thinking of, I don't know why, but like when Destiny's Child was doing that shit where like they're in the different rooms and like one color's orange,
No
one's
Scrubs?
purple. No, that's TLC.
I think you're thinking of Independent Women. Maybe.
Oh, you're thinking of the Beyond. Yeah. I know
I'm just
which one.
saying there was like sets like that, like Missy Elliott's fucking.
I loved her
what's song?
music videos.
Yeah, it was
Get Your
all
Freak On.
It was all back in the day, getting on TRL, getting a music
Sure.
video. They even had the making of the video, like everything.
Dude, I'd
was
be fine
about-
with
I'm
Missy
just saying that's
out.
like a missing element to this, and I think that's where I definitely was like, this shit is awesome, man, because they're like in all fucking all white suits. The one, Show Me the Meaning
Sure.
of Love, they're like playing basketball with models and shit.
Yeah, and also when you're like, anywhere from 7 to 13, like let's just say like we were or something like that, like it's the most popular music. You're gonna try and at least like it if you want to fit in, probably,
And I had two older sisters, so I heard this
Right,
album
yeah, you
like,
were entrenched.
consistently.
like you're gonna hear it even if you don't like it,
Right.
Like
Definitely
I enjoyed this. It was a fun album. I'm glad we were able to do it. We haven't really gone down this genre, but I'm glad we did.
Yeah,
But we'll definitely go back.
We'll
to
circle
it.
back.
We haven't
I
done
guarantee NSYNC's coming around soon.
Oh,
Sync,
yeah.
maybe some 98
Hold on,
degrees if
can,
I'm
can we
feeling
give a little
froggy.
bit cultural hit to this? So Brooklyn Nine-Nine does this in one of their episodes where he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you have the 5 people, he's like, all right, I want it that way. I'm familiar. And like even Backstreet's like, it's almost your song at this point because everyone quotes that.
The twist
Number
at,
5.
The twist at the end of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is great, and like Peralta starts singing, and then he's like,
Literal
"Yeah, number
chills.
5. That's the one who killed my brother."
my
Oh my
God.
god! I forgot we were even doing
I forgot we were doing
that.
that.
Yeah. All right, so Backstreet Boys, finito,
Finito.
and now it's my turn. I had to look up how many songs this was, how many songs in the album this was, because it's shocking, and I'll let you guys figure it out in your own time. We're going to go trip to one of my favorite artists that I discovered in the last, I would say, 10 years or so, 12 years, 15 years, Bryce Vine. And we're going to do Lazy Fair. I think that's one of his first ones, if not his first.
I don't know who that is. Sure.
Bryce Vine, Lazy
All right,
Fair.
yeah, this is new to me.
All right.
All
Good
right.
stuff.
Sounds like I went to high school with Bryce Vine.
Maybe.
We'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Yeah, we're going to take a break. We'll go come back with movie review Burnt. That was my choice. Bradley Cooper. Let's get into it once we get back.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. Welcome back, Journeymen Lounge podcast listeners. This is the second half of this journey we're on, and the second half is going to be our movie review of, what was it, a 2015 Bradley Cooper, Burnt?
Yeah, this was my pick. Bradley Cooper,
Nailed it.
2015 Burnt. It was directed by John Wells, who you would know him from some stuff, but he hasn't really been a big director of movies. It's more been TV shows like producing, writing. I see Shameless in here, ER,
Shameless.
West
Dude.
Wing. So like definitely prominent shows, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he really was a extremely known kind of director there. Because I normally do it, I like to just kind of take a look at the other writers. Nothing, I'm not saying nothing to offend the guy, but nothing that you would really know from either of the writers. Nobody of real mention there. But again, good on you guys. You produced a great movie and wrote a great movie. But Burnt. Okay, I'm going I'm going to do the synopsis real quick. So Bradley Cooper is Adam Jones, who is a high-profile chef, like high-end restaurant chef that has a crash out in Paris. This is where you meet him. Is he's doing his penance, shucking oysters. He's doing $1 million to pay for his, crimes essentially. But basically, he crashed out. He's a giant dickhead. He got people fired, and he fucked people's restaurants. Did all this crazy shit. And then you find him here. He does his penance, and then he's now like.
I'm ready to go back in the show.
He has a buddy whose father owns a hotel, and they run a high-end restaurant out of that in London, and he goes there to basically like, I'm going after my third Michelin star, which if anybody knows, it's a
top of the top,
very top-end, award for fine dining. There's not like it's just like critics come in randomly, secretively, and then if you're good, they'll give you that, which I would assume, I'm not knowing the exact monetary value, but I'm assuming that if you have that third Michelin star, it is going to be like, here is just an influx of money. You can do whatever you want. Like kind of,
like I said, you could publish that. And one thing that blew my mind, because I actually researched this, I'm like, it's Michelin, like the tires. In fact, it is. It is. It absolutely is. The same company that Michelin ranks is Michelin.
I do a lot of different shit.
I know, isn't that wild?
All right, so.
What, are you shaking your head? Do you think I'm lying?
I mean, you don't research your information.
I actually did. I researched this fact.
Let's be honest. Come on, man.
Ouch. Ouch for the guy who has scripts written out, but you're right. Okay.
Hey,
continue.
if it's true, great. If it's not, no big deal.
Right in the ribs. That's where I want to get you.
Again, Bradley Cooper is the titular character, plays Adam Jones. Sienna Miller is Helene. Daniel Bruhl is Tony. And then you got some other just kind of ancillary characters here. Matthew Rhys plays Montgomery Rhys, who is Matthew Rhys plays Montgomery Rhys, who's kind of like the villain. His Adam Jones is like counterpart. You got Emma Thompson and Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman's a critic, and then Emma Thompson's a psychotherapist. And then you got some other people that we'll kind of mention here along the way. But, I mean, outside of that, like, not really a whole lot of people. Like, there's, I would say, like 5 to 7 kind of main guys. Like, people that play some roles here and there, but not really anybody of, like, prominence commanding $10 million a movie. Just kind of those 5. And I will say Alicia Vikander and Lily James are also in it in smaller roles as well. Vikander, there you go.
Sienna Miller, I think, does an incredible job.
Yeah. Let's get into. Have you guys seen the movie before? I believe you said no, and then if not, what were you even like aware of the movie, or is this just one that just kind of left? Like you just completely didn't see it, didn't see a trailer. What were you?
I never saw it. I was aware of it. Okay. I think I actually bought a ticket for it once, but ended up seeing something else for whatever. I don't know why. It must have been one of those things where like I was like. I don't even know why. I remember but not seeing it. Maybe it was maybe we were gonna see like 2 movies or something, and we just didn't see the second one.
Dropped off. Yeah.
But I remember it coming out. I remember it being like the chef movie. Never had seen it, so
sure.
I will say though, for me, like I'm a big fan of The Bear, so having seen that and now watching this was kind of interesting. Like I knew a lot about it from the show, that they did in the movie, obviously like 10 years or whatever, 7 years beforehand.
Sure.
So that was kind of interesting, seeing some of similar things in the show and in the movie of that world or whatever.
Bobby?
I did catch, I'd say I caught different, I have not seen this movie all the way through when it came out originally. I did see pieces of this movie here and there, which was kind of odd, but I was able to catch half of it, when I was like with a girlfriend at a time or something like that, or like it was just kind of sporadic.
Sure.
But the one scene that I know we're gonna eventually get to it, but when he insults the like waitress and makes a whole scene, he walks right out of the kitchen. He's like, "We're done here," that impact, and I thought it was part of the trailer. I think that sold me to really enjoy this movie and give it I thought it was fucking great. I like Bradley Cooper too. I know his stardom came with Wedding Crashers. I think that was one of his first
I mean,
major
it's
roles.
I'd say The Hangover.
starting him
Was
out.
that before Wedding Crashers?
No, it was after, but I'm saying when he became like
Okay.
something.
He was. I think Wedding Crashers when you saw him, you're like, holy shit, this guy's fucking good.
But yeah, so like I said, my exposure to it, I've seen bits and pieces, and then when I finally saw it all the way through, it had a lot more development and a lot more depth to the character, and I think he fucking crushes it, being a neurotic fucking chef.
Yeah, I would say that Bradley Cooper was just on a tremendous fucking stretch from that 2010,
Chef kiss.
2017. I mean, he's still doing shit now, but like he was kind of like just in everything from that stretch. So this is definitely how I at least saw it. I enjoy cooking. The high end stuff, I'll kind of get into in the critique of it. The satisfaction you kind of get when like things are plated like symmetrically and
I
all
don't
this
give a shit
shit
about
and,
that,
and
but
stuff like
yeah.
that. Okay, well I'm talking right now.
I'm sorry.
So I definitely enjoy that. That's why I just this piqued my interest, but mainly it was a Bradley Cooper draw of just like he's good and shit. Let's give it a go, and then again I like it enough to review it on the pod here. So you were talking about scenes. Let's get into scenes. One thing kind of off the bat that I was a little let down is that the Bradley Cooper voiceover, they don't do it enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. They start the movie with it, and then it's
he's got a great voice, but also he I just like a narration to give more context or stuff that you can't see, or like adding exposition to shit. And like when you're just cutting it short, you're like, okay, man, like that's a bad decision.
Yeah, it seems weird. Like either you go through with it all the way, you don't have it at all. Like I don't know why.
They split the diff, and I totally agree with you guys. It caught me off guard.
They have like the opening scene, and it was never happened again. It was like if they did, I don't know, Goodfellas, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Like I think it would, like you said, work better to like let us know his inner feelings and maybe why he's so crazy and wants to get the star so bad.
You don't need to do an entire movie there, but like maybe even just at the beginning and the end. Give me something where what is he feeling at the end, like to know like he got his spoiler alert, it's been out for 10 years, but he does eventually get the Michelin star, he gets the girl, Sienna Miller, and everything's fucking both thumbs up there.
Yeah.
I like it's a classic scene that I would say just keeps popping up on my feed all the time. He meets Helene as he's trying to like assemble his team of the best chefs in London, and she's a sous chef. He meets her at a Burger King, and Helene is just kind of genuinely disgusted because it's like Burger King. It's like, this is terrible food. This is made of shitty meat and blah blah blah, and Bradley Cooper and it's not a line that I know exactly, but it's like, not a quote, but like, I do like the idea of like, he's like, cheap food, made, consistent for a lower class of people. That's French peasant food. Like this is like all of these dishes
bread and butter for a lot of people
are kind of made with cheap cuts of meat, and they're made in a certain way. And it's like, I like the comparison to just be like, yeah, it is like obviously much different, but still in at least a little bit of a comparison to like, this is that. And then also she has a great line of like, oh, you don't like people on minimum wage? And she's like, I'm a sous chef. I am a person on minimum wage.
Right.
All right. Someone else go.
Go. You go.
One of my favorite scenes was honestly when he steps out, because he I guess this is a comparison scene, but his friend totally fucking him, and he steps out assuming he failed the Michelin test, as it were, with the whole like he added like hot curry or spicy curry to cayenne pepper to a dish that definitely wasn't meant to be hot. But then like I said, you almost have the dichotomy, because in that scene he walks off and he's outside, you see him, he gets in all types of drunk, whatever. And then at the end of the movie, he has a change of heart and he's outside. And yes, he cares about what the ranking is, but you can see it's not as important to him anymore. It's not something that if he fails to get it, it's going to be the end of him. So it was nice to see that journey, but he's outside in both situations. So that sequence of him, shutting down the kitchen, and then sequence of him like, hey, we're going to just do what we're going to do. It's like that change of heart, I guess.
Okay.
Well, yeah, to add context to that too, the Omar Sy character, he Bradley Cooper fucked him over in Paris by releasing rats into his restaurant or something.
And then calling the health inspector or something
yeah,
like that.
so he was under the impression that they had worked it out. They had like a little scuffle in the beginning.
But he was biding his
and
time.
he was like, "Oh, we're good" or whatever. But then, that came out of nowhere. That was a good, that scene was
It's a good
cool.
twist.
Yeah.
It was like, "Oh, I had the pepper, and that was for Paris. Fuck you!" And then leading into that, like Bobby said, he throws his notebook off the bridge or whatever, and then he gets wasted and goes to his rival's restaurant,
passes
Matthew
out and talks
Reese.
shit to everyone. Yeah.
He's just wasted, and I like the scene the next morning when they're kind of coming together, and he's like, "Hey, man, even though you're my biggest rival, you're better than me, and we need you to be you," kind of thing or whatever. I thought that was a good scene. Honestly, I love Matthew Reese. The Americans are my favorite show, so any scene with him is fantastic in this
You're
movie.
a fanboy. I get it.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
It's
Yeah.
a good show.
Totally understand.
Yeah, I
checks.
again just generally because the whole movie is packed with them, but there's a lot of cinematic shots, preparing food, cutting, cooking stuff. That's all great. Again, I like it. It's very satisfying. There is some nice little shots of Bradley Cooper or scenes of Bradley Cooper in the fish market. I don't know what it is, but I like those type of fish market places. You see them a lot.
For me, that was one of the cinematography feats for this movie. I thought it was done really well. He had a guy in his suits slumped over waiting for the first catch of the day to arrive. So it spoke volumes. I loved it.
It's just I like that imagery, that scenery, because it's in a lot of movies, and I've never been to a fish market, but it is something where I'm kind of I think it'd be really cool to go. Obviously you'd want to get some good fish, fresh fish. I mean, it'd be.
We even
sick.
have that in Chicago. I'm surprised you've never been
they're
there.
all over, but it's just you got to make the trip there.
I like fish.
I like.
I definitely like when I think his name is Marcy. No, that's Mercy. Michelle. I like when Michelle fucks him over. Bradley Cooper picks up the bottle or the little
Slams
glass
against
bottle.
the wall.
No. So he ends up laughing, and then he spins the bottle, and then it's just a shot of kind of the bottle spinning and stuff I don't know. It's just I'd say more of a cinematic shot, but
Yeah,
definitely
that's
like
good.
that. What do you got?
Anything
else?
I mean, like I said, I like all the scenes between him and the rival chef. It's kind of
His breakdown in Reese's place is oh yeah, this is the real
obviously
Adam Jones.
when he yells at the entire staff in the beginning after the opening night, and it's like people didn't show up, and then his rival actually shows up and to kind of mock him in a sense, and then he yells at the whole staff. He grabs Sienna Miller by her shirt, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
shit.
Things got real.
He was just going, throwing plates and the whole shebang. That was,
I liked his interview, or when he was recruiting his team. The I wouldn't call him a sous chef, but when both of them are away, he became the main chef. The skinny white dude.
Oh, the guy who kept yelling at or whatever.
Yeah, he kept yelling, but he's like, "Hey, you're gonna need
David.
you're gonna need to have a personality. You're gonna need to be kind of a cocky son of a bitch to be in my kitchen." I'm like, dude, I loved that whole breakdown. He's like, I can't do timid. I need you to be kind of edge.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it helped shape him, because you saw him when everything went to hell. He stepped up right to the plate, and he was able to kind of keep things moving.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to move on to cast if we don't have any other favorite scenes.
No, we're good.
So, obviously, again, Bradley Cooper's, to me, this is just this works because of him being a good actor in general. But, supporting cast to me is these are the fucking who's who of supporting cast between Daniel Bruhl, Matthew Reese, Sienna Miller, Alicia Vikander, however you say it, Emma Thompson, Uma Thurman, Lily James now is a huge star. Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of supporting cast to definitely work off of. I do have a couple of that guys. If you want to throw Ryan started off.
Well, I think that the Italian guys. The Italian guy from John Wick 2. I don't know his name, but I remember him being the
Ricardo
Scarmasio.
Scarmasio.
I don't know how to say it, but the Italian guy from John Wick 2 is
he's in there.
The meat chef in this. He grills the meat, I think, is his
chef.
He's was in prison.
This guy.
Ricardo Scamardo.
Yeah, Scamarcio.
Yeah, whatever, however you say it.
Scamarcio, yeah.
He'd be for me. And then I don't know. For most people, it might be I don't know if people know who Matthew Rhys is. They might be like, oh, it's the guy from
I think he's
The
pretty
Americans, or
prominent,
Daniel
yeah.
Bruhl. Oh, it's the guy from
Sure.
Civil War, like Captain America. I don't know how well people know him. I think he's pretty well known to most people. But
Sure. I got a nice little deep dive here. So I am a big fan of The Inbetweeners, which is a British, like, kind of coming of age
Kyle loves
I've
that
never
shit.
seen
TV
it.
show. It's fucking hilarious. They
It's a
made
comedy.
they made a couple of seasons of it, and they made a movie.
Morning Benders.
Everything's fucking great. The guy in this, Martin Treneman, who plays like the initial kind of critic guy. So like there's Uma Thurman. This guy Mark Treneman comes in as a critic, then Uma Thurman to like get the restaurant off the run. He's the dad. He's Jay's dad, who just in Inbetweeners. You got to like obviously you got to see the show to know, but he's just such a fucking like kind of like a prick where he's like, "You boys getting some bed tonight?" He's like, he's like just talking about sex in front of him. And he's like, "Dad, come on, man."
Boys getting some birds.
He like talks about like him being like, back in the day.
I like how they say fancy. So if we ever have some UK listeners, I think it's a fun way of saying you like a girl. Oh, I fancy her. It's like,
yeah.
Morning
Bob, you got
Benders.
that guy, that girl?
yeah. So mine is Matthew Rhys or Reyes.
Reese.
Like I said, he's been in a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure if we do mainstream, like put his headshot out there if people are going to be able to pick him up quickly. But I think he does a great job.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he qualifies as that guy, but he's that
To me,
guy.
I don't think.
Well,
I think he's a little too popular to be. That guy.
I mentioned it as a maybe.
Yeah,
Like I
you
said.
said
So like I
maybe.
said, borderline, but for me, he's that guy because
Sure.
I've only seen him in a few things.
Depends on, like you said, how well you like might know him or not.
Right,
I know.
exactly. And I haven't seen The Americans, or
Just
so
so
I need
good.
to get on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will go with quotes now. I don't think there's a whole lot, but I'll open it up because, again, the banter between Matthew Rhys, who plays Montgomery Reese, and Adam Jones, Bradley Cooper's character, is just so great with the back and forth because you can kind of, like, feel the hatred, like, fuck you, but they're being very
Respectful.
cordial.
Yeah.
And, like, so back and forth, Adam Jones is like, "You're serving seared tuna? What happened to your self-respect, Tony?" I'm sorry. This is not between Reese and this is between Daniel Bruhl's character and Adam, who they have a weird kind of chemistry too. There's some stuff we'll get into in the end, but
Yeah.
overall, like they're also kind of at ends. He fell out with him as well, so he's like, "You're serving seared tuna. What happened to your self-respect, Tony?" And then he's like, "This from a man who once stole methadone from a dying sous chef." So it just kind of tells you how much of a piece of shit Adam Jones was.
Yes.
If you want to live a long life, eat your own tongue. Obviously, Adam Jones is quite the talker in this bitch. The scene that you were kind of talking about the recruiting of him, he was like, David is like talking to him, is like, "Oh yeah, man, you were a hero of mine." He's like, "Hero or God? Like, which is it?"
I love it. And would you pay for me to live with you?
How much would you pay for me to live with you?
Or learn from me?
$100?
Yeah.
$200? What do you got, Ryan? Anything?
I didn't really have any quotes, honestly, for this movie.
Okay.
It's not like a quote movie for me.
No, I got a couple more.
I
but
got one
ahead.
other, like I said, say you're sorry. Like that whole scene, I could almost break down that entire scene. It's not one
Oh,
individual quote,
this-
but
go ahead. You
No,
go.
no, that was it. Like,
I was like, this is
apologize.
when he's in Reese's restaurant. He's like, "I love the decor. It's perfect for stoning infidels." That was funny.
That was
that's a
funny as
good
shit. Yeah. I thought like the flipping of the tables by the one chef. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
like I get that if you're gonna be a top chef, you're gonna have some drama. But I'm like, why destroy the place that you have a vested interest in?
Yeah, the one guy was pissed. He's like, "All my bunnies in this, you fucking dickhead."
So yeah.
I got what happened to butter? What happened to your angel face? Oh, crack cocaine in Louisiana.
Helene's like asking about him. He's like, "American?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, arrogant prick." Well, he's a chef.
And then I like this line when he's like, hey, if it's not perfect, you throw that out, make it perfect. It's like one of those like, moments where he's like, you gave me, this shit fucking, piece. He's like, no, try it. Like, no, done. He chucks it against the wall. If it's not perfect, throw it out, make it perfect, you know?
My French is a little rusty, but I think it's technically a death threat. Like Adam Jones owed money to a bunch of different people. for
and
drugs.
Tony was going to pay off all the debts.
But yeah,
too.
it's just like he's refusing to pay them. I
respect
we'll
that though.
into
He's like,
later.
it's my burden. I'll deal with it.
Bradley Cooper's just the best at delivering swears. It's like,
Yes.
come on, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. I just fucking love how he delivers that. I don't do it justice. I mean, this is where I love the wit of like, it's a jab, but it cuts deeper. He's like talking to his therapist. He's like, should I be writing this down because I don't have a crayon?
Or is it too much tarragon? Yeah, too much tarragon. He gets all pissed off and chucks the
Oh
plate.
yeah, that's good. I also think I forgot to mention the scenes like the one where he makes the girl's daughter a cake.
Yeah,
Sienna Miller's daughter a cake.
Sure. I love that scene.
That was good too. I wanted to mention that one.
I agree.
I don't have any quotes, so I'm sorry. I don't.
That's fine.
okay.
Moving on.
That's okay.
Soundtracks real quick.
It's not much.
The opening song, John Lee Hooker, "It Serves Me Right to Suffer," is a nice little blues tune. I like that right off the bat. The other three songs, "Flashlight," I think was in the kind of as he's like tasting food around the city, and kind of like it's like a more upbeat type of scene. It's like kind of like a funky Afro type beat with a little bit more upbeat. The Barnes Courtney is the name of the artist, and then Fire. Feel like they didn't. I feel like they didn't use the best part of the song with this. It's just like a quick little blip in there. Same thing with Dream by Autograph, which is like a little trippy.
That is a trippy
Whatever
song,
thing, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like you just need to use more of it. I don't know how you use more of it, but
Were they at budget? Like they can only afford so much. You know, what I mean, they got to pay royalties.
I think it just in this type of movie, kind of dialogue reigns supreme. There's obviously instances where you could interject more music, and like obviously in the kitchen there could have been some more use of that, but overall I'm not super mad that I'm like, oh, you should have used more. Like I'm like, yeah, you should have used more. I think it would have been better, but it doesn't take away from. I'm not like looking at the movie going like, oh, this movie sucks without soundtrack. It's just like it's a smaller one. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
All right. Getting into I mean, this one's going by real quick because I'm already at spin-off prequel sequels. Anybody got anything else?
Can we just like for someone who stole the show or I thought did a good job?
Sure, go ahead.
I think Anne Marie as like the ex-girlfriend, you know, in the scenes that she was in, I thought it added a different layer, a different element that it kind of not stonewalled, but it kind of it froze up Bradley Cooper's character a little bit. So it just like, you know, I thought that her involvement in this movie made it better.
Alicia Vikander.
Yeah, Vikander, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah,
I think her name's Anne Marie in the.
Sure. I'm just gonna point out that the that storyline was just not.
You think it was forced?
No.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Yeah, it's all good, man. The storyline was not present enough, in which I would have liked to see like, okay, what is his past with this girl? Like they didn't really get into it. You know that they did drugs before, but really didn't know like, were you guys like just having sex and it was a drug thing? Were you together? It was her father was like who taught Adam Jones how to cook, and
Right.
that's how he grew up. So it's like, you don't have to go too far into it, but like at least another scene. I mean, this movie was like copping out at an hour 47 total runtime. So.
I'm curious how many scenes they deleted or like cut from the, you know.
Well, they cut a whole character. Jamie Dorian, the actor, had like a character, and they cut his whole.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
So
that.
there you go.
I mean, I think too. I mean, I know we're kind of skipping.
We'll dip into it, but I'll bring it back on track when we get there.
Okay, like picking, it's like but
Just make it,
like
it
the
right
same
here.
thing. Like we're like you. I agree with you. Like I would have liked to have seen, and this kind of I guess goes with prequel a little bit. Like more of what happened in Paris. Like how was Bradley Cooper? You know, we saw him drunk the one scene, but like I feel like for the whole movie to work better, we would have started off with him in Paris before all this shit happened, when he was in his bad stage, or maybe flashback to
like
it
cut scenes just
every
a bunch
now
of,
and
yeah.
then or something. So we get like Woj had an idea of the
sampler.
relationship with him and Alicia Vikander, him and Tony, the maitre d', him and the black guy Omar Sy, like what their whole dynamic, like because like it felt like we kind of went into the movie like after the beginning, like we missed a couple scenes or something.
I feel like they just kind of tell you like he's a drug addict. and then
Right.
go from there. They don't really
Yeah.
play into it, like to tell you what kind of drug.
Because Bradley
Like-
Cooper, again, like you guys said, he's a great actor. And if you guys have seen like A Star Is Born, he
Great method
he
actor.
portrays that amazing in the movie. That he's a drunk and like it really works in that performance in the movie to like really feel his character and like shit. So they could have leaned into it more in this movie. He's kind of already like recovered and whatever. I think would have been a more transformation if we saw the bottom. And then we go to when he's recovered.
I'm just saying, what an actor though. It has some depth. That guy.
Oh, he's a
that
great
guy has
actor.
talent.
Yeah, he's a great
So,
actor.
Yeah, go
But,
ahead. Well,
so
bring us back. in.
Prequels, sequels, and spin-offs.
Yeah, spin-offs. I mean, we were kind of already talking about it. The one happened in Paris, but I would go
Right.
even just a little bit beyond that, and just like you need to see, in my mind, like yes, 2015, which I think they're just trying to keep the time like kind of current, where hey, this is 2015, right? I think you need to really see like how his upbringing was. So maybe even again, if it's not a whole movie, but maybe even just like adding in a scene that shows him like, was this how he was raised, where it was a cutthroat kitchen where you're grabbing people and you're fucking getting into that? Because I get that idea of it being a high octane, like, hey, stress levels are high, we got to get that. But like, if you show me where he comes from and like that, then it makes more sense. I'm just kind of thrown in where like, you're kind of like, oh, he's an asshole. I'm like, oh, okay, but is that
Right, but he could show us more. Like we could see it. I know, you know what I mean. Like I think that's what like
Yeah, I agree.
like
Same.
like it would help the movie. Like if we felt that, I don't know, difference in character. I think.
I have a weird. Hold on, I'm not sure what we're gonna classify this. Almost like a drop in where there could be like a cross, just cross show that like.
That's
So Sweet November with Keanu Reeves has a very pivoting scene where he's in a restaurant. This guy is being a total cunt to the waitress, and he had a big deal that he was putting together, and he basically just totally spits on this like waitress in terms of like, all you have to do is take an order, bring it back, like basically just owns her, and he's like, you know what, deal's off, like period. So the one thing that I wanted to connect that to is either one of those two main chefs was in New York at that time, so it's like it could have been like one of the restaurants that they were working at, because it was a high-end situation. So almost like a cut scene, if you will, of Sweet November with Keanu Reeves and their development, their glory days in New York or wherever. So
Sure, we'll go right into the
Yeah.
switcheroo kind of with that. I would like to see like how a Jon Favreau from Chef. He had a movie and a TV
that movie.
series. I thought that was it was a great movie.
never seen that movie.
it's good.
I think it's good. I think it's very good. And if you like, kind of like, he makes it a lot more lighthearted, so it kind of be like a how do they work in well with each other. It's obviously I haven't fleshed it out too much.
Yeah.
But the other one, which is kind of more of my main idea, is like, I'm a huge Anthony Bourdain guy. Unknown Parts was such a fucking phenomenal
a
show,
great
and
show.
how he traversed
Rest his soul.
the world while also being kind of like familiar with everybody, or like
he
knowing
was able to make
customs.
connections, man. Like,
I want to see that as
soul.
kind of the title character, to be a more like laid back, lovable guy that is traveling more, trying to see that yes, there's got to be some sort of story arc where shit gets real or whatever. But like I definitely like that, as opposed to a more brutish, more asshole kind of like. I get why Adam Jones is like that, but it's also like sometimes a little over the top, where I'm like, I'm sure kitchens are like that, but it's also like
Yeah.
grabbing a fucking woman by her fucking thing and like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm about to hit you. Like,
Yeah.
could we have a drop in? And I guess I'm not sure if this is Switcheroo or just another sequence where Gordon Ramsay is in the early stages of his career in France or in UK, and he gets paired along with Adam or one of the other, and it's just them like kind of in their heydays. Like, I thought that'd be a fun little peel off, but bring in a young Gordon Ramsay, because that'd be right around the same time, I suppose, or him about to establish his empire.
Yeah, I think for me an obvious crossover was with the movie with the bear.
yeah,
You have Carmi, they work together in some fancy restaurant, and France. Maybe he worked under him and learned from Bradley Cooper's character. Or
Sure.
something like that. I also think it'd be an interesting one if we had a crossover with the Americans and Phil Brees is actually an agent.
That would be great.
Portraying
I like
a
that.
chef to
I
like kill
definitely
someone.
like
He's
that.
not.
You just wanted to put that in there.
He's not
I know
really
you
a
did.
chef. I did. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Matthew Reese is in a lot of things, so when he's in something, you got to take advantage. But
You got a hard on for him. I get it.
I
That's
mean,
okay.
he's a good actor. You haven't even seen the show. You don't even know.
I know. I'm assuming I'll probably love it. So it's on my queue.
And also, I would add before with the prequel, I would like to see. We mentioned the whole France thing, but more specifically with the France thing, Bradley Cooper and Matthew Reese learning under that chef that died, Jean-Luc something.
Yeah.
I like that. They
'cause
can make that a mini.
Definitely seemed like they were friends and rivals, and then like kind of something happened and they split apart. So that would be interesting to go more in depth to their relationship. I think it
They
would.
do
add,
Netflix special on that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Good. Let's move on to picking Nits.
Yeah. Okay. I just think this movie could have been longer and more to it. We kind of talked about it.
I would love another
more,
20, 30
more
minutes.
again.
Yeah.
We mentioned it. More stuff about Bradley Cooper's past. I would love either like a beginning scene or a beginning scene and then flashback to a couple things. Maybe he was on like rock bottom, so we kind of get the juxtaposition of him now to then to see where he was and where he is now, his sobriety and all that. I think it would add more characterization
Yeah,
and depth to him, and I think in general the movie's kind of missing a lot of that to me, like characterization and depth. It's kind of like we're just like introduced to. It's got a lot of great actors in it, and it's all these people, but we don't get a lot of time with them necessarily, or like know a lot about them. And to me, also I don't know, like the Sienna Miller, Bradley Cooper thing. It wasn't like terrible, but I don't know if I completely was into it. Like the romantic
No,
element,
like that whole kissing scene. I was just like kind of random.
I don't know if
but
they
all right.
really had
Not
like. I
random,
mean,
but-
because they played husband and wife in American Sniper the year before, so clearly they can have chemistry. But I didn't feel it in this movie as much.
Well, there's more tension first before it, and
I think that's the best way to take.
I'm going to piggyback off that. I don't believe the switch of like we hate each other and then now like it can be done in movies where it's like, hey, I fucking hate you,
yeah.
and then you turn it on and you go, okay, now we're this. It just kind of too by the playbook of like, oh, you know that they're gonna fall in love.
Yeah.
And then they
No,
do.
time out. I didn't feel love in this. I think they were both passionate about their careers and the fact that you're working like 20-hour days, essentially, or like 18-hour days. They become so like almost familiar with each other that like call it like raw nature just comes forth a little bit.
I think the one scene that works for that angle of the movie was the making the cake for her daughter.
Yes, I thought they were gonna use that.
that
as
one,
a-
yeah, that was
that worked.
I thought they were gonna use that as a jumping off point
like,
for him.
I could see why she likes him. Maybe
Yeah.
he's good with her kid, but I needed more. I needed
Yeah,
a little more.
you want to have Bradley Cooper then do something else to be like,
why does he like her kind of thing? Like
yeah. Definitely
I
missing.
don't know. And then also like I like a lot of these. Granted, I know this was like years before, but a lot of these things I saw on the Bear. Not to compare. I'm trying not to compare it,
Yeah,
but
go
when I'm
ahead.
watching, it's hard not to because
right. No,
I
it's
just
very
watched
relevant.
it. I just rewatched it. I just watched the new season. They like they have the ability since they're a TV show to go a lot more in detail with these things. So I think it works better. I think Burnt would be better as a show than as a movie because there's just so many things and characters and things that you could just like get more in depth about. This movie kind of tried to like breeze through it. I felt like a little bit sometimes.
To me, I
it's
would
a
have.
movie, so you kind of only.
no,
have
I
so
know,
much
but it was only an
screen.
hour 40. Like
Yeah.
you could have put 40 more minutes onto it.
Yeah, I would have
25.
had the
Split
more well-known and like bigger characters. I would have inserted them into the kitchen, so that then you can see them more.
Yes.
You had like Uma Thurman and Emma Thompson as like
And with the ring, it's
They-
like 2 scenes.
2 scenes. Emma Thompson had
But-
4.
But
and
isn't
it
that
just
kind
was-
of the idea though? Is to not just kind of pepper.
Well, he's saying the pepper them in bigger roles,
You're
like
saying
in the kitchen.
okay, expand on that. Okay.
Like
I'm saying all of the sous chefs and all of the chefs in the kitchen
yeah,
besides Sienna Miller are basically like, oh, you know him from like one thing.
right, exactly.
Or blah, blah, blah. If you insert Alicia Vikander into
Yeah,
that,
sure.
I'm like, oh, shit. Like, obviously
Or
not in
even
the role.
Lily James.
Lily James.
She's in one scene.
Or you
Yeah,
can do,
she could have had one more.
I mean, or you can add in, Matthew Reese. Like,
Right.
He could have been in there as the thing, and
the-
then they blown up.
Right, as maybe the guy he screwed over or something.
Yeah,
I
I'm
kind
just
of like
saying-
that scene where he gave him breakfast. He was just showing him a little compassion. He's like,
I mean,
"All right,
I
now
think
you gotta go."
they said that they both studied under Jean-Luc, so it's
Yeah.
like they got
So
that.
the picking it I have, you are a Michelin trying for a 3-star Michelin chef. how do you not be able to pay off your debts relatively quickly? Because you're living at the dude's hotel for free, which I can only assume is for free. Like, he's paying you handsomely, and he definitely has some type of attractiveness to you, and that's a picking it that I don't want to go into in like depth, but it was just like it was there on the surface, and there was that kiss, but it was just never really.
Yeah, we can call it out a little bit because I put it down as well.
But like, dude, you're getting paid. How do you not pay back some of these fuckers like that? They'll fuck you up, but it's like if they have a couple grand in their hands every time, you're paying the vig, you're paying the juice. Like, they're not gonna fuck you up.
Okay, I'll mention two things to that.
All right.
The first being that, yes, this is all in line with what we're saying about a lack of exposition about characters, because Tony, the person that
hotel owner,
hires on Adam to basically revive the restaurant, and Adam is like, oh, excuse me, he's like, oh, yeah, I need, your restaurant sucks, like, you need me here. Tony obviously has some infatuation. They throw out the word like, oh, you're in love with him or whatever. And I can understand that dynamic as like a thing that they play into. I think it works decently within the movie. But then at the end, like, he gives like a very long kiss to Tony. And then it's just like weird then, and the chick's in the room. And they're just like standing there for a little too long. And then you're like, okay, that happened, and then back to everything.
Right,
cool.
it didn't feel organic.
It
That's
just
all.
is like, what are we doing here?
I think it would help too. We knew how much in debt he was.
Yes,
we really don't. Is it $100,000? Is it $10,000? Is it $5,000?
I'd imagine he plays hard, lives fast, but even still, like, a lot of money. But if you're hired on as a top chef with like top billing, your name's on something, you're getting fucking paid.
That's what I'm curious about. Is like, if you're a high-end chef, and as you mentioned, somebody who has a name on the placard on the restaurant, you have to be pulling in at least a decent wage. Now, Tony, I could, like, again, if they explain this, maybe I'm more on board, but it's like, if Tony is withholding money from him because he's a drug addict, that makes more sense to
because
go.
he had to constantly get a blood test. So
maybe instead of like a traditional salary, he has like a stake in the restaurant, and it's not doing well to begin with.
like an ownership.
He's not making a lot of money to begin with, and when it gets more popular, he'll get more money.
I mean, once you get the Michelin star, I'm assuming you're pulling in six figures.
He definitely didn't have money to begin with. He's staying at the hotel for free. Remember, at one point his credit card gets declined when he goes somewhere. So, but then, like you said, though, when he gets hired, you would think you're going to get some money. You're working at a nice hotel and the restaurant. You're that head chef.
I think to your point, I think that they're staking, like, hey, you're going to get paid if we make money out of it. Like, I think maybe that was the type of compensation that they've set up. Like, the success of your restaurant and how much you get paid is dependent on how well you do.
I would say also the kind of a little picky nit. So he has a problem with Daniel Bruhl's character paying for his debt, but Alicia Vikander pays it and he's fine with it. Like, why is he fine with? Because I know she said like, we did this together. I did this to you, or there was some line. Yeah. But it's like, he doesn't want anybody paying his bills. It seemed like so he doesn't want Daniel Bruhl to play it, but he wants his ex-girlfriend to pay it. I think that seems weird.
It's just a lack.
It was a little weird.
It's a lack of information about like, okay, that would have been a perfect thing to be like, even just adding in like one line to really go like, hey, it was me who bought it, like, and
I got you addicted to drugs,
or like, hey, it was my coke and you took the fall for me,
right?
Like,
something like that. Something like they got someone killed and like he took the blame, and it was like, well, it was my stuff, or like you said.
And Woj is a chef guy. Sorry, I'm diverting a little bit. That's sous vide. I fucking love that. So what it is a packaging. You keep all the flavor in there, and you cook it low and slow for a long time. It really seals in everything, and it became. I think in our time it became a bigger thing. Growing up we didn't have it, but sous vide now. I think it really it's top-notch
cooking
in terms of flavor
in hot water. That's what you're doing, but without boiling the actual meat. And then most people
everything's packeted in.
So you put the herbs and the spices in there and the sauce,
it's infusing
and then you take it out of there and usually put a crust on it in a pan.
It's beautiful.
So the one thing I do want to mention, we don't have to get really too far into it, but I am curious. I don't follow up on too many trends and stuff like that with cooking. I'm curious whether that is actually fictional no, nonfiction. Nonfiction, it means it's true, right?
Nonfiction is fact.
Right. If it's true that sous vide started to become prominent and they were like, oh, you cook in a pan that's so 10 years ago,
Barbaric,
5
yeah.
years ago, Paris or whatever.
1999.
I'm
yeah.
wondering if that's maybe true. Like that'd be kind of cool to be accurate to the
We
time.
wouldn't know, to be honest.
I'm just throwing it
that'd
out
be
there
cool.
as a
Yeah, you're
general.
right. I would like to know.
I gotta say, as far as the whole like fine dining thing, like in general, I think it's cool, like for like content for like shows and movies. Like I enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
As a consumer, I could
Fuck
give
that.
a fuck and care less because
Fuck that.
you're paying a shitload of money for like no food. I'm gonna be hungry still. It's
I
like,
mean, there's
it's a little bit of little.
And I feel like I'm ruining art. It's like, dude, this is beautiful. Why the fuck am I going to touch
I
it?
appreciate like in a sense like I think it's tremendous what they can do with like food and design and plating and.
I don't
but,
care
like,
if it looks like gruel.
as a
if it
person
tastes
who
good.
wants to just eat the food, like, yeah, does it taste good? Like, am I going to get enough to fill me up? How much is it going to cost? You know, that's like, I'm just like a basic bitch when it comes to that thing. You know?
but it is a
A
thing though of
basic
like the reason that those places are so fun because they're taking so much attention to detail to make a bite be like a hey, this is so
right.
many different
It's
flavors
intended
going.
to be flavorful. Yeah, you're
To
right.
me, I'm on the same pathway of you with again so much money for so little food, but I can handle 2 flavors of like a cheese and a meat, and then I'm like, oh, this was great to get. Like this is my fine dining. Is like
Our palates aren't that refined.
maybe
We're-
a cracker in
we're
there,
good
and I'm
with
like,
Cheese
oh
Whiz,
my
you know?
god!
I guess if I was like a millionaire or something, I could afford it.
yeah,
but,
you
like,
can spend. 10
Have you guys
grand
ever
on a
gone
dinner.
to a high-end restaurant though,
like the highest
like
end
Walnut Room or something like that? In
the highest end
Chicago,
I've
or,
ever
like,
been to
there's
has
a few
been a
others.
very nice steakhouse where the dishes are hot, like expensive, but you get a solid portion of meat. It's not
Fair.
like here is one meal or one dish that's
Yeah.
this big. You know.
For my dad's 60th birthday, we went to that steakhouse. I think it's the Weber Grill or whatever on Schaumburg.
Yeah, Weber
Okay.
Grill.
That was kind of like a little pricey, and I was like, I mean, like, was it good? Sure, but like, it was expensive, man.
You know what? I like, okay, if you guys get an opportunity, and I guess I'm promoting a business that sponsor us, Perry's. Perry's in Schaumburg. It's in Woodfield. If you guys ever get a chance, it's a great steakhouse. And for what it's worth, I got myself a burger there. But what they did was they used all of the, like, you know, what they didn't use in steaks and put it together and ground it together. There's your burger. I'm like, dude, this burger alone is, you know, just incredible. So
Okay.
if you get a chance, Perry's. Perry's, it's a little expensive and it's a little higher end, but
How much was that burger?
only like 16, 17 bucks.
Okay, not bad. Not
So
bad.
like I said, you could get an affordable meal there, but if you want to go, you know, high class, you go pinkies up, you can.
Yeah.
And it's good food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna round it out. A couple of last pickiness
Yep.
here. I do really think that the chef prima donna thing and like
That's got to be true.
in
though.
the Bear, they definitely have like a character
Carmi.
that ends up being like he's not that all the time, but like he is like a fuck you, like this is fucking like it's all high end, like high stress, like I will kill you over this.
It is, but at least in the show we get characterization and reasons why he's like
yeah,
that. Which like the chef he studied under was like that in his kitchen, and it brushed off on him. And also his family life. They show like some scenes with his mom, and like his family's nuts. So like he's just like wired weird. So I think it works more in the show because we get more depth with it. But I can see what you're saying. It's kind of like a trope where it's like the chef is like
The chef
angry.
has to be a manic, like I'm gonna kill you type of guy. The last thing I have is like, how are you trusting Michelle? Like, I get that you're not you're not remembering that you released rats and then called the health inspector. But as soon as he says that, I go, you're never going like, yes, please work from like we're all good.
Okay,
It's just
to
I don't get it.
I want to piggyback on that. And you're about to serve the Michelin people their dish. You're not inspecting every
not
fucking
tasting
element
it? You're
of
not
that. There's
tasting
no
it a
way.
little
There's no
bit?
fucking way.
What?
Well, maybe.
No, there's no
Well, I'm
fucking
saying
way.
maybe it was one of those things where you don't have time because like you
No, he had 2
No,
seconds to
but like
pinky it.
when you're
That
in
is
a
part of
kitchen,
it,
they have
yeah.
a certain thing you have to get it out at a certain time, otherwise you're gonna get deducted points and
yeah, that is
like
true.
it's like so maybe like plus he got beat up from the bookie guys.
No,
I would say that
okay,
might
so
have
maybe
played a
speed
factor.
of service is one thing, but I'm thinking Michelin, he would have taken the extra half second to just do it.
To
quick.
me, I'm thinking you're gonna taste everything that goes out,
Right.
or you're gonna touch it and
right,
you're gonna
make
look
sure
at
it feels right, the heat's right. Yeah,
To me, it seemed like they were kind of like at the buzzer, and he just got it together, and he's like, okay, like
that could be right. but
take it out, hopefully
Service?
should be good.
I'm just saying he didn't trust anyone prior to that. I don't know why he would trust the dude.
I think Ryan brings up a good point, though. He did just get his ass kicked, so
Yes.
maybe he's a little
Frazzled.
not off it. But overall, again, I have the problem with, like, you don't trust a guy that when you learn that you
fucked over at one
you
point.
fucked over his entire livelihood. You don't think he's going to hold a grudge for you?
I like that twist though. For the people that haven't seen this
Fantastic
movie,
twist.
fantastic.
I had no
twist.
idea. I was like, oh shit, that was cool.
And then he
Great
walked
twist.
out of the kitchen like, yeah, fuck you, you know.
Yeah. But all for naught because it wasn't even the Michelin people. But
Right.
all right, let's put a bow on it. Rating it, stream it, skip it, own it. I would say this is a solid stream. It's I definitely don't own it, but it is a movie that every few years I feel like I can come back to. I don't remember every exact detail, so it ends up being kind of like a nice thing to revisit every once in a while. I would probably go with an 8.7 on this one. That's my rating.
I would say for me it's like a stream or like it's on in the background type of movie. Maybe you're flipping channels and you catch a couple things, and maybe you want to stay, maybe you don't. That's what I would say. For me, it's decent. Again, hard for me not to compare it to The Bear. Having watched The Bear, I know this came before The Bear, so. But I gave it a 7.3. I thought it was decent, not bad, not good. Like couple good scenes, but overall, I mean, I think it was kind of like missing some things that could have made it better.
I understand.
But I didn't hate it, but I think it could be better.
All right, so I'd say this is actually stream, but if you have an opportunity to own like one of those, like if it's $1.99 and you're at like a Walmart or like a college, plus thing or whatever that store is, college books, go ahead and get it. I actually put this at an 8.8. I thought that Bradley Cooper's performance in itself warranted it. And like I said, it's really, I think, challenging to find an actor who could, I think, embody what, I think even if chefs watch this, they'd be like, yeah, he's not too far from, exactly how I was trained and some of the personalities. I think that's very challenging to find an actor who could do that, and it looked realistic. Like, it felt real. So, like I said, I think that really elevated it. Now, there are parts missing, but I really enjoyed this, and honestly, I'd watch it again because I think you learn a little bit more each time you watch, but to your point, add another 20, 30 minutes to it, and I think it would really just skyrocket.
I think it's got
thing.
potential. Like, it's got a good cast, and it's got a
Cast
good
is there,
idea. I just wanted a little more. Like, I thought it was just lacking a little bit.
So, yeah, no, I felt very favorable.
7.3 is not a terrible rating, by the way.
No, I know that, but I was just like...
Above a 7 is solid. Like, it's not...
C's get degrees.
C's get degrees.
All right, so that was Burnt. Who's got the old next one?
Hey,
What do you got, man?
all right, I'm going to kick it back to
I'm curious.
comedy.
Excellent.
It is a 15-year anniversary of it, and it's a good one, I think. I'm going to go with The Other Guys.
Love it. Winner.
Ooh, that is gonna be good. That's gonna be a lot of quotes.
That's going to be that
Yeah.
good quote central.
Get ready.
And it's streaming on Netflix, so we can all have
Fantastic.
access to
ready
it.
for some quotes with that shit. Will Ferrell, great guy.
Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell and a little comedy, a little police comedy.
All good. We'll
Love
fucking
it.
get to it.
Love it.
The Journeymen Lounge podcast will ride again. Coming up on the 100th, we're gonna get that shit going. We're gonna check out the Schroeder brothers.
Yeah, he's
Well,
got sand
one brother.
volleyball. I really
Sand
want to check that
volleyball.
out because we only got a few more
Maybe do a
weeks.
little commentary there. Have a drink, have a brewski. But yeah, we got some shit coming up. Keep coming back. Keep liking. Keep subscribing.
Send us some comments. We read them.
Shit's dope.
Yeah.
And anything else, gentlemen?
I'm kind of hungry now. We've been talking about food for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Now I'm kind of into it. Now I almost want to get a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just order a steak at.
All right, we're going to Wildfire on me. Let's go.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
Do it.
Peace.